And there we are. Starting up the stream for today. See if we get any folks visiting us. As a quick introduction, we call this game the Involuntary Interns. It's played by myself and my family. So we have with us Rowan Stumbleduck Timbers, the gnome sorceress.
Rowan Ash Stumbleduck.
Rowan Ash Stumbleduck Timbers.
Nippers.
Right. We have Pressure Quinnen. We have Wesley, the Dragonborn. We have Nora, the half-elf rogue. And we have Gary, the human cleric. Continuing on with our fourth session, we have been charted by Acquisitions Incorporated to come in after a recent earthquake and check out some sewers. We fought some things, found some traps, fought some feet, a bunch of crawly things, and a tentacle that was left around, and have progressed in finding just now a some sort of vase decanter, which has a high volume of water.
It's a magic water elevator.
Yep. I would say one change or one thing that I learned on 5th edition is that magic items are not quite as mystical or mystifying for people of your caliber. When you touch something that is magical, you will know it just from touching it. Okay? You'll know what's normal, what's magical. When you take a short rest, an hour rest, you can spend that time working with the item to identify it. Okay?
Okay.
So, and then certain magic items, this is somewhat new for 5th edition, to be able to use them, you need to attune them. That happens over a long rest. So, when you identify an item, it'll tell you if you need to attune it to it and that. So
identify is no longer a spell?
Identify is still a spell.
Okay.
You can identify things instantly when you cast it.
Okay.
You can identify things in 10 minutes with the ritual.
Gotcha.
So, detect magic is still a spell as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're both very useful, but they aren't going to just stop you guys.
Gotcha.
For that reason, you haven't spent time with that decanter yet, so you don't know what it is. But we have spent time with all these other items that we have found, because we spent a long rest since we found them, and I'm assuming that y'all were checking them out.
Well, we figured out the decanter when we started using it, right?
You, as far as you have used, yeah.
Alright.
So, who's got that, the sword with the hilt from the skeletal hand and all that?
Me.
Okay. You have that. Alright, we have 2 potions of healing.
I have one of them.
Okay.
I have one of them.
There we are, guys.
Oh, it's a magic weapon.
And can you give that to Gary? Alright, we had a vial of holy water. Who had the holy water? Anyone? I think I might have described it as just a vial of clear liquid.
I think Nora has it.
Alright, holy water. That's what it does.
Here.
There is a vial of antitoxin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Holy water and healing potion is that with Gary.
Okay, so Gary has the holy water. You guys can trade these, though. Feel free to hand them to each other.
I have a full flask.
We have an antitoxin, a vial of liquid.
Nora has 2 potions in the flask.
Yeah.
So she has a healing potion and maybe...
There is, well, I'll let you know what you have. Antitoxin, alchemist fire, acid, and a scroll of bless. I think you have the scroll.
Pressure has the scroll,
Scroll of bless.
which should
Acid,
give to Gary because he...
acid, antitoxin, or alchemist fire.
I believe I should have one of those. Because I had 2 vials, which whenever I feel figure out was a healing potion.
Okay.
The other vial.
Acid, alchemist fire, and antitoxin.
I think... Give it to Emily.
Which one?
All of them.
Alchemist fire?
Okay, except for the scroll of bless. Is that what you were trying to hand me?
Antitoxin.
Apologize.
vial of antitoxin. Anyone want?
Emily was carrying
I'll have
most of
it.
the stuff.
Oh,
But I don't have it. I don't.
okay. Well, you guys can talk about them.
With the scroll, can any magic user use the spell even if it's not their spell type, or does it have to go to...
Yes. Yes, you can.
So, since you already have Bless, do you want to give me the scroll of Bless? And...
I don't have any magic at all.
Renee, give that to your mother.
So I need some magic at least.
Well,
You have plenty of magic. You're a spellcasting class.
As a paladin, you will get spells quite soon.
If you don't know the player's handbook, that gets close and put away.
She's opening it up.
Opening what up?
The player's handbook.
Okay.
That's fine.
Alrighty. So who wants to recap just where we ended last
I'll do
night? Go ahead.
So we fought lots of feet, and then we went to this room with this giant slime tentacle, and then, some of us the tentacle got, but we worked hard enough, and we got them out of the grass, and then in the next room we got to this decanter that had the words, fountain, stream, and geyser.
Oh yeah.
And we used the geyser from the decanter as a water elevator too. There's this hole in the ceiling. We used it to get into that hole.
Okay.
So there wasn't a hole in the ceiling, it was just as if the path was 20 feet above us.
Yep.
So we weren't going all the way up to the ceiling, it's like the path hit a wall and then continued 20 feet above us.
Alrighty.
Well, good job.
Yeah, that was an excellent. So yeah, we've just left off where you guys have gotten up, mostly dry, and then Rowan managed to snag the decanter with Mage Hand after y'all left where you were at. So from here, we have been following kind of a series of areas that have progressed between natural caverns and worked caverns, that sort of thing. We're in that kind of semi-worked, where the floor isn't really natural, it's been smoothed. Openings, what would have been a tight crevice has been opened up a bit, but it's still very rough. Walls and textures. You guys are traveling along, you have Gorkov with you.
Gorka!
So, and during your downtimes, you'll see Gorkov will occasionally pull out a scroll and start just reading it and studying it, and puts it away very carefully and gingerly. So you're coming across a particularly tight and narrow section. You can see some damage, it seems to be from the earthquake recently. A bit more rubble on the floor, slight hairline cracks up on the walls as you pass by, and the light kind of reflects and digs into them. As you continue down, you start to feel a breeze upon your face. A very light wind is blowing towards you. So, do we want to wait for Gary? Okay.
Yep.
We'll give him a moment.
Does he have the whatchamacallit?
The light?
No.
The weasel has not come back.
The counted.
The what?
Yeah.
Gary has the decanter right now that I know of.
Good.
Yes, I can't carry it around. It's
I
go
had a
to-
feeling, that's why I wanted to ask. And
Yes.
Fish is still not coming.
But I'm still day glow green.
You're still bright green, as is Wesley. So you guys have progressing down these caverns, and as they become a bit more widened and open for you, you see some signs of the earthquakes, rubble, hairline cracks in the walls, and you start to feel a bit more of a breeze upon your face, the fresh air coming from somewhere ahead of you.
Alright.
Hey, are we making it out?
What's that?
Well, we haven't found the last soldier.
Oh yeah. Good, nice. And you open up into this quite large cavern. And as you enter into it, you start hearing kind of some near ultrasonic frequencies and flapping sounds.
Bats.
Like a real high.
Albino bat.
Bats.
Dire bats.
Giant bats. Fat bat.
Batman.
And I'm gonna grab you guys here real quick.
Okay.
What
What?
order are you guys walking in?
Height order.
Yep.
Height order.
I'm first.
Wesley. Gary. Pressure. Nora. Me. Yes, Kokoff and me.
I'm the one with blue hair. Pressure's the one with the blue background. And blonde hair.
I love y'all. But I have to run the map really zoomed out to be able to see what I need to along with read what I need to. So it's all little tiny blue dots. Actually 3, because Gary looks basically the same. So that's you guys. As you progress forward, you see it start to widen out. And that's about as far as you can see as you go. With the lights that you have available.
Someone?
Leslie,
You
quit. You hear sounds from basically north is up, so kind of north, northwest. Maybe on the other side of that rubble or so.
Wait, don't me, Pressure, and Rowan have night vision?
Yeah, but that's still pretty decent
I don't.
distance. It's still, what, from y'all? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, yeah.
60 is the max, so it's
Yeah,
not showing
you're
what it
out
is.
to the 60 right there. So for you guys, 30 feet away is going to be dim.
What do we know about bats?
What are you trying to know about bats?
Anything.
They live in caves, they fly.
Wait,
Oh.
candle?
No, I have my candle. Let me use
You should
mine.
probably. Does anybody have?
Are they
I have
considered
10.
small woodland creatures?
I'm gonna use mine.
I think some of them are.
Not the right dialect.
You are. What are you saying?
Hello? Hello, little friendly bats.
In bat language?
Yes.
I just randomly start squeaking even though I can't say anything. It's like squeak, 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 squeak.
Quit telling them you're tasty.
You hear in bat. Oh, help me! Help!
Oh my gosh. They need help. Are you trapped? Squeak, squeak.
I'm like under a rock.
Oh. Will you eat us?
No. Bats are friendly.
Alright, let's go help this one.
Go help the bat.
So,
Squikers.
what are you guys doing?
We're helping the bat.
And to
Okay.
let me go in the direction I heard the help me.
Sure. So you translate for them
Yes.
from bat to common.
Yes.
Wait, it has to be nature for you to know.
She, as a gnome, has the special ability to speak in woodland creature
Oh.
languages.
Okay.
You can breathe fire. I can speak to bats.
It's a trade-off.
I just go.
Some make that
You're
trade-off.
7 feet tall. I'm 3 foot tall.
Yeah, you can handle a big sword, she cannot, stuff like that. Different kinds of
Let's use
things.
her
Anyways, so it's relatively dark past where you can't see the source. You guys do hear squeaking. You also hear some flapping. And like I said, that kind of ultrasonic sounds.
Well, I wanted
Light.
Alright, where are you throwing light at?
On the rock? In
What's the
room?
range? Is it like 30 feet?
How far can I
so
chuck a rock?
Oh, I see.
Wait,
So-
let me check it. I can go further.
So you want to chuck it?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
If he,
So you're doing that?
Try-
So,
it's all about the
roll
tilted.
strength.
Roll strength.
Roll strength.
Don't chuck it so far that we can't see it.
9.
9 total with your strength. Isn't your strength bonus 3?
Yeah.
All right. So you chuck it a good long way, and you can see to about here. There's a kind of this part is now dark-ish, but my lighting system doesn't work that way. At least I don't want to set it up that way.
That's
And-
fine, I got this.
So yeah, roll here. It progresses. You see what might be an exiting area to the east.
Alright, let's investigate. Move forward.
I check for traps.
I check for bats.
Yeah,
I
can we see
investigate.
movement among the rocks?
I
Huh?
investigate.
Can we see movement among the rocks?
Calm down.
There's nothing you perceive right now. Even peering is with your best intent. You don't see anything.
Okay.
I investigate.
What are you investigating? How are you investigating?
I walk over to where the light source of the rock is.
Where you just threw it?
And I try to see what's in the. I try to see if there's any way I can get the rocks off. Or,
Oh, I see.
Or investigate the room to see if
To
there's.
see what it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start moving forward. Okay. Is there anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna walk up to where I hear the high pitch, but don't get very close.
About there?
I'm going to go with Emily.
Are we moving in?
Yes.
Correct. Where did Wesley chuck my rock?
About to here.
That is where I'm moving, and I am posting up, looking for trouble coming our way.
He wants
Posting
to
up where?
At the rock.
Where the light was.
Can I hide where the rocks are?
Okay, the light's about here. Okay, so you want to be about there.
Can I
And
sneak by the rocks, like hide?
so you want to hide amongst the rubble there that's on the ground?
Yep.
What am I doing wrong? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. It thinks you're outside the vision. Who is that? Who's the person? That's you? Okay. Oh, I'm not going to do that here. Alright, fine. Oh, I messed with this. Alright. So as you move up, you start to see the scene as it lays out before you.
I'm hiding in the rubble.
Oh! That's bad! That's a dragon boy! That's what that is.
What you see
Dragon versus dragon.
is
No,
what?
I have to go stealth and hide.
Dragon
That's
versus
Go ahead and roll stealth and hide.
dragon.
Wesley, that's seriously bad! Mom, where's the book?
As you guys start to enter into the room, you see a very small,
I'll roll
Uh,
investigation. Roll investigation.
kind of copper brass colored dragon underneath that big boulder that you see.
I got 13
So-
for investigation. Minus.
It's Wesley's
Okay,
dad!
there's nothing to investigate at the moment. You can clearly see what's going on. I'm trying to describe it to you. If you're trying to roll while I'm trying to describe it, you're going to miss the very investigation you're trying to figure out about. Okay? So I'll let you know when to roll. I'll let you know when a check is appropriate. Okay? That's why we weren't worried about your stealth. Okay? When something looks at you that cares, maybe I'll ask you to roll. Maybe I won't. Okay? Alright, so you enter into this giant cavern. You can see there is an exit off to the east. And dominating your attention is this boulder that kind of is kicked off to the side, and underneath it is this small dragon. Dragon wormling. And you see two dark creatures that look kind of like
Freya, calm down. I think I know what those are.
flying squids. Would your character know what they are? Does your character ever work in these types of caves?
Does anybody know what this is?
So
We're not there yet.
you see two dark creatures that kind of resemble flying squids, and the dragon has like these tiny marks on it, all like its neck and shoulder, as they kind of dip down and just kind of nip at it, almost like taunting it.
Like fighting it. Leave him alone! Squeakity squeak! Squeak!
Are you talking to
So.
the dragon?
There's no response, but you hear in Bat, and everyone else hears in their preferred language, "Help me!"
Okay.
So I hear it in Bat and Gnomish.
Alright, rolling initiative.
Because I know it'll be a battle.
Oof.
Let's
A
see.
natural 1 plus 1 is 2.
Luckily, you can't critical fail initiative. You just go last.
Oh wait, have they noticed us yet? Wouldn't we be getting a surprise round?
Doesn't seem to be, but you called for initiative,
No, it said natural 1.
so I figured you were attacking.
I
Well,
said
yeah, we're
natural
gonna
1
save the
then.
dragon thing.
7 plus my initiative, that
So it's our
is
last
2, so
initiative.
that is
Oh.
9. 15.
I got the exact same initiative as I had last time.
Don't know what that is. I cleared it.
7.
So, all right, yeah, give me a moment.
I got 15.
Okay, so
I am. I am. You don't know
Oh.
where I am.
All right. This one is.
And I'm hiding. Yeah. You won't be able to see me. I hope Rotten comes back.
All right, Leslie. What was your initiative?
2.
2. Awesome. Does that include your initiative bonus?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause you. Oh, the first one of the night.
But that's a good
Pressure.
place to roll a 1.
Pressure. What was your initiative?
9.
9. Gary. 7. All right. Oops, I forgot. I forgot one of them.
Hobby. What do you roll?
Enough. Nora, what's yours?
15.
Every roll
And
is enough.
Rowan.
14.
All right.
I just love it how everybody has high numbers and I'm the only one with a natural 1.
Nora, what would you like to do?
I am currently
So
hiding.
you are hiding. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you're coming up here.
I'm gonna sneak attack because it doesn't know where I am.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Charles. He knows. He doesn't know where anybody is.
26.
Alrighty. And then you want to attack. There are 2 that you see,
Yes.
kind of floating in and out
I
of the
wanna-
shadows.
Do the one that's closest.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
Wait,
attack.
are these things like actually flying?
They are flying. They're flying squid monsters.
So,
Flying squid bats.
Yeah, then I don't know what that is.
wait,
You-
D20
Squid bats.
That is a d20 to hit. Yep.
Squid bats.
15.
15. You're using your crossbow then, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what do you add to your crossbow?
I think Squid
Fine.
that was a dragon.
So what's your
I-
total?
I got 10 plus 5.
Okay,
15.
okay. And then, so yeah, roll your damage. They are not aware of you. So you do get your sneak
It's
attack
this.
bonus. Oh, you also get advantage on the
No,
roll.
it's this.
On the attack roll.
Oh, 1d6.
You get to roll your attack roll again just to see if you get a crit.
Okay.
Roll your attack roll now.
Yeah.
No, not your damage roll. Your attack is the d20. It's because you are sneak attacking, and they are not aware of you.
2.
Okay, so the higher one stands.
And
So you-
I'm... So, 1d6 plus 7.
7 damage. So yeah, you wing it, because it's almost entirely all wing.
Nah.
And it does not seem to be pleased about that.
The flying bat boy is not.
Alright. Rowan.
I am going to move. Can we go around the rubble closest to the wall?
Oh,
The rubble down there.
I'm sorry, you can't see yourselves.
It's okay.
Dad, I just realized this battle will be a Dragonling versus Dragonborn.
We're not fighting the
fighting
Dragonling.
for
We're
the
protecting the
Dragonling.
Dragonling.
We're fighting
The
the
Dragonling is getting bullied.
So I'll go forward.
Let's see if we
I-
go
There goes Emily.
Yay!
Okay, so you're gonna go forward. Up.
Yes.
Okay.
Put me.
That was 3. You have how much movement?
25.
25. So
Two
you have 2
more?
more.
So put me up 2 more.
Straight up. Like that.
Yes, straight up.
Okay.
And 5, 10, 15. Yep, they're within that. I am going to Ray of Frost, which hopefully, if that hits, it will slow them down. And I'll go for the one that's closest. The one that just got arrowed.
Arrow.
That one.
I see. Put these in. You don't need them here. Just put them in the basket over there.
13?
13 on your attack to hit.
Yes.
This burst armor class, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. That hits.
Alright, they are slowed by 10 for their next move.
Okay.
And they get 7 points of damage.
I think you killed it.
And 7 to it. Okay.
It has 14 points of damage. It
Well,
has.
it's taken a good beating. It's now frozen and has a hole in it. But, yes. So, yeah, it comes through and, yeah, it hits its wings and you see that the whole thing starts to slow down. Still in the air, still able to maintain flight, but definitely wasn't fond of it. Please don't. So, alright. And then
Gorka.
Gorkov comes running up next to Nora. With a bolt. Missing, unfortunately.
He missed all of his shots.
Your DM's not a great roller. Be happy for that.
But at least he's taken some hits too.
Pressure, it's your turn.
I'm going to try to, Vicious Mockery, the one that Rowan hit.
Okay.
We're all.
You're gonna have to step up a little bit there. So yeah, you step up around the corner and unleash a torrent.
What do you say to it?
You're too stupid to be a mind flayer.
You look like Drifter from Pokemon. Are you just gonna drag children up?
And you hear, in your preferred language, go kill it. And it's gonna try to save, and it does not. It has disadvantage on its next rolls as well.
Yay!
Roll damage, which is 1d4, I believe.
Yes.
Trying.
So we do this. Wait!
Alright. Yeah. So now that it's been frozen, coraled, and mocked, it's still here with us, but it is looks like it's ragged,
Probably has.
barely hanging on, and it doesn't even know if it wants to hang on anymore.
Oh!
Mocking.
Sad.
It has 2 more.
Can you check to make sure we're not muted, just to be sure? For the OBS. And no, we're not muted. Sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Gary.
I move up
Alright.
to right behind Nora. And I don't think I actually have any range. I don't have any range, so I sit there and wait for somebody to be hurt.
You have no range?
I have no range.
Wow.
I have a spell, but
You have a spell that works.
Is it a cantrip?
Yes.
It is a cantrip? Oh, it is a cantrip. I produce some flame.
Flame works, so does Toll the Dead.
Okay. I will produce some flame then.
So, alrighty.
That one.
I don't know how that works. So do you have the spell, or?
I have it here. It's
Okay.
plus 4 to attack, plus or 1d8 fire. So
Okay.
I pick up my trusty club, the bursts into flame, and then from the edge of the club,
Is it sacred flame?
It's not
No,
sacred flame.
no, it's actual just flame.
How?
Produce
Just-
flame.
Regular old boring flame.
Yeah.
For unless this thing has an abysmal hit point or armor class.
Mm-hmm.
Does 8 hit it?
8 does miss it. It does manage, even slowed and mocked and all.
It disadvantage.
So yeah,
But it's more easily. We can see more of the room.
so yeah, you produce a bit of flame in your hand and then
Mhm.
bring it over your club, not marking or marring it in any way. Just sitting there as if the club was
Actually, it would be
burning,
the opposite because it has to come from wood. So it starts from the club, goes to my hand.
and then you okay.
Think of Pyro from the X-Men, which you probably have no idea about. So,
But he didn't have a club either.
he had a flamethrower or a lighter.
But unfortunately, yes, it does send it wide, and the flame hits the wall and sputters out.
My turn.
Wesley the Dragonborn, it's your turn.
Okay,
Save
I
your
get out my
brother,
daggers and I try to throw them at the. First, I move up to where Rowan is.
Rowan? Rowan is right there. So you want to move in front of her, or like there?
Next to her.
Next to her. Okay.
Also, you didn't move me up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You wanted to go...
I'll go to the other side, Roman.
Oh.
And I throw my daggers at the one Emily hit.
Alright. So this is going to be, well, yeah, you have the dagger attack. Go ahead.
13.
13. Alright, so you run up and, fling your dagger at it. And it hits. Goes into its side.
1d4.
1d4, yeah.
It's a little
That's
caltrop
the
pyramid.
pyramid one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what you got? Okay. So 2.
Plus your strength bonus.
3, 5.
5. Alright. So yeah, it is on its last wings. It's still around with us.
It's all. Why? Why?
It probably has 25 health.
Oh, I really am not a mind flayer. Alrighty. And this one moves here. What are you doing? Get Oscar off. Wesley, sit down. Don't make me be the deadness. Alright. Alright, so one moves down, and the other one kind of waddles its way forward through the beatings.
Mhm.
So. And the entire room goes black.
Yay!
Oh.
Is it supposed to go black?
Sonora, it's your turn.
Why did it turn off?
I try to hide again in the rubble.
You can't even see your own hand. You're hidden so well you can't tell from yourself.
I really wish.
I'm going to follow
I
my
take my cloak and I
Why?
put my cloak in the room.
Alright. Are you doing anything else this turn?
I'm ready in action.
For...
I have my dagger out just in case of anything.
Okay. So if something comes near you, you're gonna sink. Alright? Rowan. If you guys want to move, you can. You just gotta tell me which direction you're going, one step at a time.
Firebolt actually produces a fire in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to cast Firebolt and then use the light of it to aim at the uninjured.
As you start to gather the arcane energies, you can feel it's happening, you see nothing.
Then I'm going to hold until
Okay.
I see.
Okay. This is a inky blackness of non-natural.
Unnatural.
Alright.
Oh, it's from the octopi dude.
Alright, and
Squiddish. They shot their ink at us. And
Nora.
now we're blinded for life!
It's a squid from Minecraft.
You hear Gorkov kind of scrambling over the rocks next to you.
At least you hope it's Gorkov.
Oh.
Well, you remember that he was there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys still can hear, feel, smell.
You just can't see.
Cannot see.
And
Gorkov unleashes an arrow, and you hear it. You hear a high-pitched squeal, and then a thud.
wait.
Killed one.
Did he though? Or did he kill the dragon?
The dragon won't die from one arrow.
I don't trust it.
The little squid dudes can take more than one arrow. I think the dragon dude can take more than one arrow. Wesley can take more than one arrow.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It is Pressure's turn.
Pressure is going to crouch,
Okay.
and she's going to feel her way to the rubble.
Okay.
Gets
So
the
you want to
closest down.
go north, east, south,
It was
or
east.
west?
I remember it was east.
So north, east.
No,
It was
I'm sorry, it was
west.
west. It was west. On the map, it would be west.
Okay. So you want to head west?
Yes.
Okay. And you're crawling along. Okay. So you crawl for what seems like forever, but even in reality, it's only been seconds, and you start to feel rocks and stones and all that.
I'm gonna head behind them. I'm
All
going to curl up into a ball and become a stone.
Think stony thoughts.
All right.
I'm just
Ran it.
Are you ready in action like
Shale.
Nora was, or
I'm
anything
just
like
a
that?
Quartz. Crystal.
I'm just
So if I feel a tentacle, I'm going to use vicious mockery and start profanity about it.
Okay. Vicious Mockery may require of you to see. I don't know. I think it just requires
just
somebody
here.
to hear you. You're
Yeah.
right.
It doesn't even have to, I don't even need to understand what I'm saying.
Was that music?
You know what the music is. We've been listening to it all afternoon.
Oh yeah, it's the game.
Yeah. All right. So you are ready to mock anything that touches you, especially
Actually,
if it's-
Renee, you don't need to see it to mock it. You just need to-
especially tentacly.
You can mock it without seeing it. You can mock it now because it's a distance attack.
Oh. Can I stop profanity? That's the thing.
Yeah. We'll double check here just to make sure there's not, but I'm pretty sure that will work. Alrighty. You unleash strength of the soul at a creature you can see within
No.
range.
Never mind.
Oh,
If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed.
Never mind.
Then
You
I
can
can.
roll perception.
Not us.
No.
9 plus.
Plus mock six, yeah. It's efficient, so plus 2, and then plus stuff, squid stuff. So 12.
Yeah. So 12 total? Alrighty. Alright. You hear a squeal of pain. And again, you hear in your favorite language. Quite well done.
What?
That was
Is this a dragon one?
no, that was the thing because it's the same voice as the other.
Oh dear, no.
No, it's not. No, it was the squid dude because that was the same voice from the other.
I know.
That's the squid.
It's supposed to be the dragon. I'm not hitting my accent like I want to. So
It's not me. It's not dragon.
Oh wait,
This
does
way?
that mean I offended it?
No. The squid squeaked,
the squid squeaked.
and the dragon said, "Good insult," basically.
Yay, I insulted it.
Excellent. There we are. That's really good.
Perfect.
It's hard for me not to do an English gentleman when I'm trying to do a Valley Girl. Quite well good. That's really good.
Ah, that's really good.
Quite well good.
That was
You
good.
did smash it. Anyways.
What?
What does an awesome insult?
Now I can't get it. Now I can't get
Oh,
it.
stop.
Shaw. You wounded me.
Just
It's
do,
really good.
just do Lumpy Space Princess.
It's difficult to mix in. I'm trying.
No, just do
I'm
Lumpy Space
trying. I'm trying so much.
Doing his best.
Just Lumpy Space Princess.
I'm not. You do not once. No? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Space princess.
Oh my god.
Alright, are we?
Why are you?
Who's up?
Like, oh my.
I believe you are.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Next up is Gary, and
I
you're right.
belly crawl to the northwest
Okay.
as far as my movement will allow me.
1 square north, and then continue northwest.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So
1
you're
square
going
north?
diagonally. 1 square.
No, just straight diagonal.
Yeah. So you're going
Okay.
diagonally.
Alright.
Okay.
Isn't that,
So
the
your movement is effectively halved.
Yep. But I'm using a double move, so.
Okay. So you're also okay. Alrighty. There you are. You do move further into it. You feel the bare edges of a wall on your left hand.
Okay. I have any movement left?
No. You don't have any action
that's my roll.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Alrighty. And it is Wesley the Dragonborn. What would you like to do?
I use fire breath.
Alright.
I have
Fire breath works as a cone. So you can either do it straight north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest.
I do it north, so straight up so I can stream.
I'd say save your fire because you did the fire thing and it didn't work.
The fire didn't break the darkness. My magic fire didn't break the
He
darkness.
just wants to do a ranged attack.
Can I rate my eyes?
I don't think
I just go.
Yeah, you were checking your Ys out and stuff like that. It doesn't have an effect.
Even if I use, like, my claw?
But it's Wesley's turn. Let him do his roll to attack.
I
Go ahead.
do fire breath.
Okay, so you do fire breath straight.
Mhm.
Okay.
I try to see if it hits anything.
So,
Does it?
for fire breath, what do you? It has to roll to save.
I do not know.
Does it have it written down how the fire breath
Breath
works?
weapon. You can use your action to inhale destructive energy.
Mm-hmm.
Your gold draconic ancestry means this inhalation is a 15-foot cone dealing fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
When you use your breath weapon, each creature in the area of the exhalation makes a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so you don't need to roll to hit.
Dexterity saving throw for this 8 plus your
Constitution. What's your Constitution modifier plus 8? So that's called the DC of your thing.
Constitution.
Constitution is one of these. So your Constitution is probably that one there.
Okay,
So-
so that's 9.
9. Okay. That's what it has to roll over, which it does. So you hear in front of you and kind of to the right. So you don't see anything from this. You can feel it at work. You can hear the creature scattering.
So you hit it. No, he didn't
No.
hit it.
I missed.
Based off of his sound, would I be able to shoot off my fire bolt that I've been holding? Based off of the sound, would I be able to target my sound?
You can try.
I will.
So you roll with disadvantage.
Okay. $13?
13. And that will hit.
Yay!
So you hear this spell gathering in Rowan's hands, and you hear that high-pitched squeak.
4.
4.
4 points of fire damage.
As it starts to singe a little bit.
Has disadvantage.
Huh?
No.
Never mind.
That was one that actually is no longer with us.
Yep.
Well, that means they're both dead.
No.
You only hit one until just now.
But
The other one
one's
wasn't
dead.
even hit.
Wes.
Wait, are both of them alive or one of them dead?
One is dead.
Good.
The other one just got hit.
Okay.
It took all of us doing pretty hefty damage on the first one to kill it.
Yeah. But now to the yellow. Can I try to shoot an arrow? Like, never mind, it's Squid's turn right now.
You're right. That's very good. How'd you know?
Because
Well, you remember it was right before yours, right?
I remembered it was 21 and one above mine, and I know I had the highest.
Okay. It is the squid's turn. So, which kind of segues nicely into... Bear with me for just a moment.
Things are happening that we can't
Things are-
see.
It's very exciting. You don't even know.
What happens if we kill them? Does the blindness stop?
And it rolls a natural 1.
It runs into the ceiling.
Just
Rowan,
Yes.
you feel something just kind of flap up against your face and just start just
Oh no, it's the
flapping
can I-
and
wait, rabbits?
Did you move?
on your turn you can
Did you move
try.
at all? Have you moved at all? Have you moved it at all?
She's
Have you
moved.
moved
Just
I
at
have
all?
not moved at all.
Okay, so I know where you are, so I can come up and attack it.
But she's wearing it, so if you stab it, you're stabbing her face.
Yeah, but I'm going to attempt
Grab
to
it.
pin it with my turn.
Yeah, you can.
Alright, Nora, it is
My
your turn.
With
It's eating my face! It's eating my face! Oh
Okay.
wait, that doesn't actually hurt.
oh, just a nice clap on my
Face massage.
face.
It's a nice face massage.
use some of that. Use some of that gnomish foo and knock it to the
Nora?
ground.
This would
I
be
walk
this-
up to Roman
this
because
is-
I can hear
See,
what's
a
going
nice
on.
face massage.
Okay. So which way are you going?
I go 3 east and I believe 2 north. No.
Yeah. So you, as you get closer, you hear it more and more, and yeah, you're able to feel some sort of commotion right next to you. You hear Rowan, yeah, look, and you hear,
Okay, can I grab it?
you can try to grab it. You have to make a melee attack roll
What's
with
that?
disadvantage.
What's that?
A melee attack roll is going to be,
Like you're
basically-
hitting it with your sword.
But yeah, but you're grappling it.
but you use your strength. So basically, roll, add 2, and add your strength.
So 2 plus I have no strength.
Okay.
So just
And
roll.
this is disadvantage.
So roll your lowest.
9.
9.
9.
So you try to reach out at it, but you just shakes you every moment. It's hard without being able to see just where you can actually grab, and you're at least a little bit. Part of you is trying not to punch Rowan in the face as you do it.
Just a little bit.
It goes like.
Just a little
So,
bit. How do you
yeah, you can do that action, but it flips out and gets out of your grasp each time.
It can still
If
fly
it's
up.
defensible, you grab it and you don't let go.
Yeah.
But it's on her face.
All right. So that was your action and your movement. Is there anything else you want to do or can do?
I have out my dagger just in case it tries to attack me.
Okay. So you make sure you have your sword and your dagger out.
No, yeah.
All right.
Rapier and dagger.
All right, Rowan.
I am
I
going
also
to
have the long sword,
attempt
that's
to
Sword and dagger.
Yeah.
pin it
Because I can
to
use
the
it long
ground
sword.
with my hands.
Yeah, but it
Because I
will
don't have
only
a
be the
Dagger
long
out,
sword.
but I'm assuming because I can feel it, I may have
It's
a little bit
either
better chance
only-
at grappling it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll grappling. Same thing.
I don't.
Proficiency bonus, but
I
strength
don't always
addition.
pull out my
No
shield with
disadvantage for that,
me. I never-
since it is
5.
literally on you.
I'm a little wig that it's on me,
Uh-huh.
and that's distracting.
Alrighty. So you're same thing. Both you and Nora trying to grab hold of it. You're like, no.
Not my hair.
You know, reach up and you're sure you have it, but it's actually just Nora's arm. And you're like, she's like, it's got me. And you're like, oh. All right.
That failed.
All right. And a crossbow bolt comes over your shoulder and continues on into the darkness.
Korgoth is really bad at shooting.
He killed one.
He could have shot me. Do you know how hard it is to try to shoot at a moving target that's right by next to the people you don't want to hit?
Then why did you try to shoot?
Quentin.
Because you automatically miss
You
every
miss
shot you don't
every
take.
shot you don't take, and he's an optimist goblin.
You should just try to run up and try to grab it with us.
Gorkov is half.
Don't you mean
Fool.
pressure?
Pressure. Isn't that what I said?
You said
Pressure, it's your
Quinlan.
turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Oh, yeah. Pressure Quentin.
Leslie, your turn. Guess what? I'm a... Look how
Stop.
long they are.
Stop.
Rolling perception.
Put your feet down. Sit up.
10. Plus... So 13 is my perception.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to offend the last one.
Okay, you're trying to mock it.
Yes.
As well.
And I assume that it's by you.
What's your DC?
So...
9.
For
It's-
vicious mockery?
It should be here on your spell.
It's, wait, can the people It's 12. My
12.
spell save DC is 12.
Alright, it does not succeed. What do you tell it?
You should be umami.
Umami?
Right split.
Huh?
Right split. Right?
Oh, calamari.
Calamari! You should be calamari!
Umami is like flavor
taste.
boosters, yeah.
Calamari is umami,
You should be
but
calamari!
umami is not calamari.
I got number 3.
But you did.
Here's your mom.
You hear,
It's called-
in the language of your preference, what?
Sorry,
I just want to say.
Sorry, I didn't get enough seafood.
My turn?
You have to roll your damage. What was your damage there? Pressure?
3.
3 damage. Alright. Yeah. As it
Sorry, I
further
don't-
demoralizes it and
Just nice.
will definitely be useful when it tries to partake of Roland's face again. Gary, it's your turn.
I'm going to attempt to cast light in the darkness, and maybe that will dispel it.
Okay. So you,
Light,
cast
again,
light.
it's a cantrip.
It is a cantrip. It takes your action to cast
Okay.
light. It does work. You don't see anything. The spell
Okay.
happens.
I will use my move action to follow the wall towards where the dragon was.
Okay. So you are able to, again, even with the half speed, you follow it, and then you do come across that giant boulder, the dragon's underneath it, and you hear just, oh, hello.
Are you hurt? Oh, actually, I don't have any healing spells left.
I have 2 Gary berries.
Right?
Huh?
Yeah, healing potion, right?
I have a healing potion, but...
I have 2
There you
Gary
go.
berries.
Totally.
Are you hurt,
I would
dragon?
totally kill these things if I wasn't under this rock. I could burn.
I can... do I have enough action left to attempt to move the rock?
You have an action. You can do that.
Is it impossible from what I've saw before to move that rock?
It'd be quite a heroic effort, but you can try.
I'll try. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Okay.
Ah.
Roll advantage, because when
Roll advantage? Okay.
the wormling sees what you're doing, they assist and try to help.
Alright,
heal
I
up.
thought I rolled a 20 on the first one.
12.
It was a 10.
See what you're doing.
Gotcha, I know what you're saying. Ah, poop. Leaner. No. 10 and a 3. Plus... No, 0.
Okay.
So, no. I tried, friend dragon.
So you kind of, it starts to shift a little bit, and you hear Dab. It's like, yeah, it's on my tail tip now.
Okay, so we did move it though, right?
You twisted it a sec,
Ooh.
and it kind of like settled again.
Alright.
So, Wesley.
Okay.
Ugh.
Have we killed all the
Have you
bats?
gone yet?
No.
There is still one flapping around Rowan's head that you can
Okay,
tell.
well,
You can tell it's really close to you, but you're not right next to it.
still what I do is I walk, I walk northwest over to the dragon wing to try to save it.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep. Are you walking diagonal northwest?
Yeah. I try to crawl there.
Are you walking or crawling?
Crawling.
Okay. So you move northwest. You do not feel the wall. You're still in the middle of the cavern, so you're not really sure. You can hear the noises of the dragon and Gary kind of north of you, but it's a bit distant. And about as far away is the struggle between...
I try to walk over to the dragon though.
Okay. Are you walking or crawling?
Walk.
Okay, so you're going to get up and okay. Okay. You get close to the dragon. You're not right there, but you can hear their struggles and everything. You're very, very close.
Well, I want to save it.
You haven't
We're
moved
gonna
far
get
enough for it. He's been working on it for a while. Gary has.
Okay, well,
So
I try to save it.
you're not quite close enough to grab and help at the moment. You're in the middle of the room, but you're close to them. You're within a couple, like 10 feet or so.
Wait, how far did it move me? 30 feet?
No.
You don't know.
You don't know. You're in the darkness, but
That's kind of the point.
because you're crawling, it's half movement. Then when you stood up, standing up from prone is half your movement, so you moved another half movement, but you're standing. So you moved a total of 30 feet.
Wait, can I put my do my action for movement?
You already
You
have.
did. That's how you double move there. Unfortunately, you're just not right there next to it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So, all right.
Is it a spell that has us blinded?
It's an
It's a
effect.
magical effect.
Is
It's
there?
not a spell.
Do we have
Sorry.
a save against it?
No.
Okay.
Is it permanent?
So,
No, probably not.
Yes, these creatures are known for their innate ability to cast permanent darkness.
permanent darkness on the world.
Forever.
Oh man. It's
If,
just
if we kill them,
warfare. Get a bunch of them. Send them to the farms. Permanent darkness all the enemy's farms, and then you win.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh yes, Nora.
Alright, weird moment.
Your face is getting sucked off.
no, it's
No.
rolling.
My face is
Rowan.
getting
I'm sorry,
stuck
Rowan.
off.
Well, it could be Nora, but you're right. It is Rowan, in fact. His face. And it rolled a natural 20,
Oh!
but it has disadvantage due to vicious mockery.
Yay!
Thank you. You may have just saved me.
Roll a natural 1.
And it rolled an 8.
Yay!
But it gets bonuses. Let's see what those bonuses are.
If it's more than 2, it's got me.
It is more than 2.
Ah!
How much damage? I'm scared. I probably
Alright.
will use lay on hands.
Are you gonna
So yeah, you feel as this thing
Wesley, you're nowhere near
comes
her.
across and covers not only your head but your shoulders, all the way up to basically all the green bits of you.
Yay, you're no longer green, Mom!
That part of you is no longer green. It's now squid colored, cave squid. You take. Oh, I rolled a 1. 4 damage,
Woo!
What?
and you are restrained.
1 hit point left.
Don't suffocate.
All right, Nora,
Okay,
it is your turn.
so he's over her. Can I try to... I'm gonna move up to the dragon.
No, Gary is helping
I
the
don't know.
dragon.
Child, save Rowan!
I can't. I don't have anything to save her.
Grab on the squid!
I tried.
Off! Try again, Emily!
Okay, I tried to grab the squid off.
Are you grabbing it, or are you gonna jab it with your knife?
Grab it, I guess.
Or grab it. Okay. Go ahead and roll, same as before. add your proficiency bonus.
The dragon
For
has
what?
enough
Strength?
help us and Link.
Proficiency bonus is +2 at your level, so you roll d20 and add 2.
I hope you joke on me!
7.
She's trying to
7.
get you out of the squid.
Sam,
I don't know.
Oh,
You-
you got it.
I
you're
don't think
grasping
you
at it, and you can grab a hold of it, but all you're doing is just kind of tightening the teeth on around.
I told you not.
So you start trying to pull at it, and your fingers are slipping.
It's a very slimy squid.
Then I just walk up to the dragon, I guess.
You have your movement.
I go up to the dragon.
Okay. You can't see the dragon, so you want to move.
I can hear.
Go to the wall and
I
go
can
up the
hear.
wall.
Here, yeah.
The voice going.
So are you walking like normal
Wait,
or
wait.
what?
And
Yeah.
like go to the wall, feel your way along the wall until you get to the
That would
dragon.
take too much movement. I can hear it. I need to continue walking straight since I am in the middle, and that is also very middle.
Okay.
I'll be up there.
And you head towards the dragon's sound.
I make 35 movement. 35.
Okay. And you're not next to it, you can tell, but you can hear that you're now just about equidistant between.
I'm sorry.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. You're now next to Wesley, the Dragonborn, because you had moved up previous to help.
Sorry, Nomi.
Alrighty. Rowan, it's your turn.
Use your fire.
No, that's a range.
I'm a few of those drinks.
Try to hold
Can
on
I
to
stab it without stabbing me?
You can try.
Yeah, it's easy when you're on the inside of it.
That's true. I'm gonna stab it above my head without stabbing me.
No, cut a breathing hole.
It's dead.
Alright. So yeah,
But you-
roll at disadvantage because you're restrained.
I can't reach above my head.
Actually, just roll straight because it's also restrained. It's not moving.
12.
12. Alright.
You cut a giant breathing hole.
And you kind of, in a moment of desperation, bring your dagger up and feel it sink in a couple inches from your head.
4 points, piercing.
Okay. Yeah, and it squirms around and wiggles. It does not like daggers very much.
Who likes daggers?
I don't like the insides of squids. They're dark and slimy.
I go next, right?
Wait, just squeal so I can just come over to.
It's kind of gonna be muffled, Wesley.
Alright, and
She cut a breathing hole.
you once again hear from behind and to the left of you a crossbow bolt load and thump, and you hear the creature squeal in pain. It's super loud in front of you, but you also feel as crossbow digs into your shoulder and you take 4 damage.
And I'm down.
No!
I have 2 Gary berries.
Pressure, it's your turn.
So,
And 2 points of bland hands.
do I have to do an action or a movement fast really quick?
An action is part of your turn. If you want to do something, it generally takes an action.
Okay.
Wait.
Things like vicious mockery take an action.
I know,
Attacking.
Can I move and then do an action?
Yes, you
Wait,
can.
no, I'm going to do an action and then move.
You
This is
can
not really-
move, do an action, and then continue your movement. So say you have 30 feet of movement, you only move 10, you can break it up like that.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery and then I'm going to move to the general direction of the funk.
Of what?
The funk.
What's the funk?
Where she
I went
thumped
down.
over.
Oh.
I'm down to
Oh, no.
-3.
But there was no thunk. If anything, the flapping got more intense.
Oh, I
Then
thought
I'm
it
going to head
was
towards the flapping.
Just
So, no.
Oh, there was no thunk.
You
You're just
didn't
like-
go. Oh, you went unconscious, but you didn't
This
fall to the
is-
ground.
this is the
You just
flapping.
like this.
As this thing is now holding you up.
Well, I'm going
as
to use
it
Vicious Mockery.
flips around. Yes.
And then I'm going to head towards that because
Okay.
it's noticeable. So, perception 17 is my
17?
perception.
Okay. So you
And
know where it's
then,
at?
yeah.
I
And
really
then
wish
I
I
am
had
going
spell
to,
right now.
12 DC.
12
What do you say to it?
Very good. Almost. No, I didn't.
Just say yummy.
Alright.
Delicious!
This is yummy, yummy.
I'm gonna have sushi for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
With Aunt Janet.
I had sushi for lunch.
And your insults
I
reverberate
did.
off the walls, but you don't hear the corresponding squeal that you had before, as it kind of shrugs off the food-based.
It's like,
This gnome is so
Wait a minute.
yummy. I don't care what it's saying about
Rowan.
food.
Rowan, do you have Gary berries?
I'm unconscious.
I know, but do you have Gary berries?
I have one Gary berry.
Would the squid trying to digest you heal from my Gary berry?
Yes. You somehow feel a tongue dig into your pockets.
Alright.
oh, yummy Gary Berry.
You just
What
see
I
like
do.
the Gary Berry's logo show up as it reaches like a Mentos commercial for squids, for cave squid people.
This is what I
I used to just eat whatever
This
adventure,
is what
but
I
now.
Here's a Gary Berry.
After a light gnome
Here's a
snack.
Gary Berry. Now you're too full. Now you will
Gary,
explode.
what would you like to do?
I would like to try to move that rock off the dragon. And I still have
Advantage, yes. Dabs is helping you.
Oh, jeez. No. And then for my other, I'm gonna give him the healing potion
Renee.
because he's damaged, right?
Okay. Yes, very hurt.
Then he is no longer very hurt. He is just
Decidedly hurt.
2d4 plus 2 hit points. Five.
All right.
And
2d4
Renee,
plus 4?
will you give that to
Renee.
behind you.
Yes.
Give it?
Okay. As you yoink down. So, and you hear the creature say, let me get my valley roll. Oh my god. That's so good. It's so great. I needed that so much. You don't even know. I cannot wait to see the face of my brave savior.
And
You
it's
don't
your
And with
bonus.
that, she wiggles her
see.
spine
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
pushes
valley
the
girl.
boulder out of the way with your help from earlier, loosening it up,
Cool.
and swiggles out. And
What?
you see a very young dragon.
Do I see?
No, you don't see.
Ah.
I'm sorry. You perceive with your mind, because you don't see with your eyes.
Energy!
Sorry. A very small, well, large dragon, but small for dragons.
Yeah.
A large
About the
creature.
size of a Volkswagen.
About the size of a Volkswagen.
See.
Wesley
A
just
small
runs.
Volkswagen, though.
Wesley just runs up to it.
Sissy. From the 70s.
And Wesley, it's your turn.
Okay.
Run up to the dragon and give it a hug, saying,
How far away is
And it's
Vincent
free,
from
right?
me? Because
It
my
rolled off
speed
its-
is 30, so
It is no longer trapped, even its tail.
Cool, I just wanted to
head
make sure.
over to Aunt Jen.
Okay. So you can't see her, but you can head towards the direction.
Just squeal, Renee, and then I'll hear you when I come towards.
Not Renee, Aunt Jen.
Aunt Jen's unconscious.
Did I move towards Aunt
Yes.
I know fire.
I follow the squeal.
I'm gonna.
Alright, roll perception.
What?
Roll perception.
He's a protest. So protest.
Well, you know you hear that.
13.
I'm gonna have
Okay.
sushi for
You're
lunch.
able to get
No, I already had Susan.
right next to Pressure using her help. And yeah, you feel this thing next to you kind of flapping around with a gnome-shaped object underneath its...
I use lay on hands on Aunt Jen.
Okay. How many do you have?
She has -3.
How many are you using?
2.
You're using 2? Okay.
That'll
So
be all
yeah,
mine.
as this thing starts to like lift up higher and higher with the gnome attached, you grab onto her ankle and release the lay on hands on her, bringing you back to consciousness at 2 health. Is lay on hands a bonus action or your action?
If I could see, I could search it up.
As an action.
That is your action. Okay. So very good. So you walk up and greatly assist the gnome.
I am still.
Who unfortunately is still in the clutches of the Dark Mantle and takes 8 damage.
No, like literally.
But you got your hands on her, so.
But
And he prevented me from having a death savings throw.
that is correct. Nora.
Well,
Okay,
I just really
Because that would put me at more than double
Shut
my,
down
but that
now.
doesn't matter.
Gary Berry.
Right?
I
If you
walk
go
up-
more than double your health,
If you
negative.
go more than double your health negative in 1 hit, it's problematic.
That would have put me more than double my health negative.
Just
From your
imagine me.
max.
Two
My
Gary
max is
Berries.
7.
Shut
I was
down
at
from
negative
so-
3.
Double your max is 14.
Oh. Okay.
So 1 hit like that will insta kill you.
Okay.
Alright. Nora, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I walk up to Rowan because I can.
Okay, so you're heading back to Rowan?
I
Yeah,
just
with
think
Wes-
you find
like I
somebody.
know because Wesley was walking.
Temporarily, yes. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Basically where Wesley is.
Okay. Roll perception.
Okay.
Nora's heading towards you guys as well,
Yeah.
using the sounds from pressure.
20.
Okay,
20.
you're easily able to make it to where you're right next to the creature. What do you want to do?
I know that Wesley has grabbed onto the foot of unconscious Rowan.
Uh-huh.
So I climb up Wesley.
How do you know that?
You just hear
Okay,
me
I just
say,
call out to Wesley, hey, what are you doing? Wesley, what do you say?
I'm just holding on to Rowan's foot
I climb up.
because she's unconscious.
I'm gonna climb up you.
Okay.
And so then I climb up him.
Okay.
So I'm now like at his shoulders
Uh-huh.
where Rowan is. And like sort of like try to pull her down. But not much. And then I just grab onto his gripping.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
Oh crap. Why couldn't it be after?
No,
Running, jumping, climbing trees is athletics.
no. I have the most
You
athletics.
can literally just go in.
I have the most athletics, Emily. You have the most acrobatics. I'm just. I'm trying.
What'd you roll?
Did it? I rolled a 20, but then it turned into a 3.
Go ahead and re-roll it. I've never had a player go, but then it was a 3. That's great. 18. Alright, so you managed to kip up off of Wesley's armor.
Now, it's considered etiquette if you can put a d6 on top of it, you would have gotten a 3. But you have a kind and generous dungeon master.
Alright, go ahead and roll for your grapple on the creature.
So strength?
Uh-huh.
Do I get plus 2? I don't know. I have no strength.
You get your proficiency bonus. You really shouldn't for grappling, but it's fine.
I have no strength.
I know.
You are weak.
9.
9.
9!
As before, you just don't have quite the strength or the skill to really grapple or wrestle with something like this.
Well,
Its
then-
entire life is built around grappling and wrestling. That's how it eats.
Okay, well then I just grab onto Rowan's
You
arm.
haven't had to grapple for your food since Wednesday. So.
I grab onto Rowan's other leg and just hang there.
Okay,
Wait.
so you guys are both kind of trying to assist Nora, or Rowan, if she tries to wiggle
Well,
free
she's
or come
unconscious.
Yeah, so...
So-
So it can't fly me away
Yeah, but there's 2
and eat
people...
me in private.
out. Rowan, make a death save. Actually, never mind. You don't get to. I forgot I did it. Oh, that's bad.
No
I
death.
mean-
No
I-
death. No death.
No!
Death.
Shut up!
Can I try to chaos myself? If I for a death saving throw?
Yes.
And the voluntary.
You can tell me the Tides of Chaos, a roll. You
Okay.
still won't know what it is.
Okay.
Involuntary tides of chaos.
Pressure, it's your turn.
So she moved away, right? Am I near her?
She and it are flying right next to you, but they're like her ankles are about like this high on you, and the creature is from about this high up.
And Wesley has
Grab
one
the ankles,
leg,
don't
and
let
Emily's
go.
got the other.
Okay.
We'll both.
What
So
are
you're
you
grabbing
doing?
on.
Me
Okay.
and Les,
So you're trying to assist her?
To his ankles. On her ankles.
Yep.
Oh.
There is currently Dragonborn
much
and a wood elf
athletics
attached
do
to
you
the
have?
ankles.
Man, athletics. Oh. I have the most athletics, so maybe
This
I
is Mockery's
could try.
base attack, so I
No,
get
it's the
a.
athletics is
Something
for
to think of
Connie.
on your turn.
Yeah, I have
This
the
is
most
Mockery is a
athletics.
range attack, so I get disadvantage if.
Onto your shoulders.
Wait.
If you're in melee
Maybe
when
I
you use it,
should not.
yes.
So
you
in
can't
melee
climb
right
on
now.
top of my
Yes, but you've had
shoulders.
disadvantage anyways.
You have the most
Well, actually, no, you don't have
So try to go
disadvantage.
and grab
It has advantage on its save because of that.
So try to
Oh,
grab the square on.
Because you don't have to roll to hit with it.
Well,
You can still use it.
I don't want a staff, so I'm just gonna do it.
That was a more targeted attack. You don't have a chance of hitting me with it.
Two.
It does
Alright.
not miss.
So you pull out your staff, and but yeah, unfortunately you
I
miss.
don't have a staff, I have a
it
loot.
hits it, it's there, but it
You're
kind
not
of just
using your
glances off.
instrument to hit me with.
Oh, you're hitting it with your loot?
No.
Oh, your staff.
And no, I'm using Mrs. Mockery.
Then why did you roll?
Oh.
I rolled because I need to roll perception since I'm ban line.
Oh, I see. I haven't asked you to roll your perception, you've just been doing it.
You kind of know where it's at right now.
Yeah. We're okay.
Wow.
Don't assume you roll stuff.
Well, that's
That's
what
for,
you
like,
had me
attacks
do
and stuff like that.
again.
I'm sorry?
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
So you were trying to vicious mockery?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I thought you were
vicious
trying to
mockery.
quarterstaff it.
No. I don't have a staff.
So, and it does succeed on its
I don't have
Why do you always roll twice or 3 times?
because in this case she would have disadvantage on the attack, so I'm giving the creature advantage on save.
Oh.
I rolled a 10.
So, alright, Crusher, so that was your attack. Is there anything else you want to do? So you hurl insets its way.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Ankles.
this one has a higher sense of self-worth because it's snacking on.
It has a
no
high
food.
self-esteem. I'm going to grab.
Gnomes are always positive.
Just.
Gary.
I asked the dragon, is there any way you can help, kill this other thing? Can the dragon see?
No, the dragon cannot see.
Oh.
Great.
At least you don't think it can because it was saying, I hope I see my savior soon.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I ask it, can you see, dragon?
No.
And it will say no.
No. Can you see?
No.
What type of dragon is it? I asked.
Huh?
What
You
type?
asked?
Yes.
You can't tell? I'm brass. I'm the best of brass.
You're the trombone.
What is the... What is your
This
gas
is my
breath
favorite.
weapon?
No.
That was.
I was trying to use it, but it wasn't working. I think the boulder hurt.
I'm saying this.
Or did something. Or lodged a spleen.
Dad.
I think my spleen's totally in my neck.
What is a spleen?
I've already healed you, though.
Oh.
I have nothing more to give you. My friend is going to die.
No barely.
I'll save her. You just have to wait a moment and I'll get to my turn.
I hold my action.
Okay. Alright. And after you go, it goes. And I'm sorry, no, Wesley. Wesley, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's
Grapple it, Wesley.
Grab it.
Grapple.
Grapple.
Grapple what?
The squid.
Well, I'm not near them.
You are
You're holding
Wesley.
Oh wait,
You're
I
holding
forgot.
onto the gnome's legs
Roll
who's
your
being
strength.
eaten by the squid.
I roll
currently.
my strength to try to pull her out.
Okay, so you're gonna try to grapple it and like rip its
Grab the
flaps
squid.
open. That's what
Or
you
try
said.
to.
You're trying
No,
to.
he's grabbing Rowan.
Oh yeah,
No,
you're
grab
trying
the
to.
squid.
You're trying to disengage it, right?
Grab the squid.
Okay.
18. No, 16. 19.
19. Okay. And you add your
I did.
Okay, that's with it. Okay. So yeah, you get a hold of it, and manage to squeeze it open enough so that the gnome kind of plops unceremoniously down to the ground. And you are currently holding on to it. Now
Rip it
you
apart.
can...
Rip it apart.
You have it grappled. You can't do an attack to it right now because
Wait,
the
I'm
attack
still
was the
holding-
grappling.
wait,
but you
can I
can
catch?
move. You can help catch and ease or fall. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm holding on to
What
it.
you do is I grab it and try to move.
She's got you.
I grab it and I try to move over to the other dragon
Okay.
to allow her to also help me slay it.
Alright. While you're grappling something, you have the capability of moving at half your speed. So you can move it 15 feet towards the dragon as you're like, you come over here. Then it's like, you're like,
Try to rip
you get yourselves into what you think is the center of the room.
Attacks.
Now that he has it grappled, you can do various attacks on it, but attacking it to grapple it is the attack for that turn. So
It's kind of like you're razzling it.
Okay, so it's good turn.
Good old root. Smoky Mountain
All right.
razzling.
and as you get to the center of the room,
It's good.
you feel the brass dragon just take off towards the center, and Wesley, you feel a huge tug as this squid thing is ripped from your hands, and all of a sudden, oops, sorry. That's not it. That's just me.
I can see, so we killed it.
I feel like once we killed it, the magic would go away.
Feedback. We got feedback from somewhere.
What? No, there's music playing.
I could have sworn I just heard Wesley's voice twice. Okay.
No, Dad, you're just going.
Alright. So yeah, you feel the tug on the arm, and as you the lights that were there suddenly come on, and you see this brass dragon has
It's still
turn on
off.
the thing and move the.
The projector is still off.
The projector's still off.
You're right.
Like, move on.
You need to turn. You need the computer will have fallen asleep, which is why it's not going. So yeah, move the mouse and hit the spacebar. There you go.
It's away.
There we go.
Okay. Very good. So you see the dragon is basically has pounced this thing and has borne it to the ground and is basically eating its face off currently, as much as it has a face.
My turn.
So
No,
all
we
the
killed it.
opposing creatures are dead.
I know, but it's my turn.
Go ahead. What would you like to do?
Okay, can I use a healing potion and try to save Rowan? Can I have her drink it?
So it
Something
is
bigger than a boat.
your turn before hers, so you can
Okay.
do so, and she wouldn't have to do a death save.
2d4s plus 2 hit points.
Okay, you can roll it if you want.
Do you want me to roll it?
Hello.
Whoever wants to roll it is fine.
2d4s plus 3 and plus, so 5. I got 2d4, so I got 3 both and plus 2. So is that is it 8 or 5?
What do you?
Is it 2d4s plus 2?
Okay.
So what did you roll on first D4?
What'd you roll on the
3.
dice?
Okay, what did you roll the second time?
3.
So that's 6.
So
8.
Plus 2, yes.
Well, I don't know if it was 8 or 5.
Why would it be 5?
I don't know. Maybe
Wait,
it's
you
choose
are
one of the
full now.
No.
two. So
I'm
that's
at full because it brings me to 0, right? I don't have to count the negatives.
That's
Yeah.
correct. So
So yay, everyone's alive.
I see the optimal.
I know it'll get there.
There.
It just doesn't like it. All right. Cool.
Alright, we're back.
We are back. A little bit of technical issues. You guys wouldn't know it on the stream, especially, but for them, we play on a projector, as you can see behind me. I turned that projector off that fight during the magical darkness that the creatures were producing. And we kind of played it out based on that. So you guys, you had just given a potion to Rowan.
And that's
This brass dragon jumped on and ate one of the creatures. Please pull the...
And I
Yeah,
helped.
bring it back.
I helped her because I bring it
So.
her.
And you may not know what it's called, but that's what it looked like. Okay? So if you guys see it again, you may know something about it. Okay? Since you have
Renee,
encountered it.
just your book.
No,
So-
It isn't
the dragon might
is
join
it?
our
It is.
party now.
Alright, and the dragon gets up from ravenously devouring the creature and is like, oh, wow. Oh my god. There we are. Sorry, I have to rev up my lines. I'm so sorry.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
god. That just clicks it. So, oh god. That was pretty good. It's delicious little snack there.
Little caramel.
And who's the hero that saved me? Because of course you did.
The
Me?
old
Oh.
man.
Oh, are you sure?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I saw this coming!
No, it's the Dragonborn.
Oh. He's a nice guy.
Oh, it was a group effort.
You're a gold family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some golds. I like some golds. They like me. I'm good. So
Well,
they totally get along with me.
Is there a way out of here?
There is a way up.
Have you
Let me know.
seen a humanoid that came through here a couple days ago?
But
Yeah.
more important, where's your mom?
Oh my god, that's such a long story. So I was here, and there's been this giant green dragon's just been flying around the harbor.
I have that one.
So, because we know dragons can't go in water deep, but he was chasing me around, and I flew in here, and then there was an earthquake, and I got trapped. And it wasn't my fault. I was just, here,
That's
minding
okay.
my business.
We'll sneak you out after nightfall.
And totally, a rock came down, and I see this lady who just looked really square.
How long
She looked
ago?
like your little sister.
How long ago?
It was like 2 days ago. It was right after the earthquake.
Oof. Which way did she go?
She went there. I kept quiet. I was afraid
Alright.
because I was
I-
hurt.
Let's go to
And then
where.
these two things came by and just started snatching at me.
Let's go the way that we're supposed to go, where she
Do you wanna
indicated.
go that way?
Question.
Yes.
The best we know about green dragons.
The green dragon isn't here anymore. Let's focus on what we're here to do.
Okay, but we might encounter it. Just saying.
Leslie may know about green dragons. You guys can talk about it as a potential threat, possibly.
Hey Wesley, do you know anything about green
Are
dragons?
dragons
Um,
usually good?
I know they were part of my
Yes.
dragon.
I know, like,
family,
gold
like,
and-
Curriculum
Metallic
chart.
dragons
I,
are almost always good.
Okay.
I
As a
don't
fey
know
person, you
much
know that.
about them. No.
Okay.
They are
I figured that
quite
would be
aggressive.
fairly common. That some are good, some aren't.
But maybe some people here don't know.
Yeah.
Cunning and ambitious.
Have you seen
So-
any bats?
Bats.
I was talking to a bat.
I was talking to a bat.
Wow, you speak bat?
I speak every bat. All the bats.
I only
I
speak
think you two
Elven
we're
and
talking to
I
each
only
other.
speak Elven and Common.
Were you
So-
screaming bat?
You speak Elven and Common. It speaks to you in both Elven and Common at once, if you want it to.
Like tube and throat singing.
So
I speak.
It would get really.
you can kind of tell that this is kind of a magical effect.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Do you guys speak Draconic?
and go ahead and roll your Arcana.
Okay. Uh, 15.
15. You know, because your background is a fey creature and because of your background in magic as well, that brass dragons will talk your ear off, and they have an innate speak with everything spell.
Ah.
They can speak any language at any time, at will, through magic. And they're also known as incredible linguists, often being able to speak without magic hundreds of languages.
I asked them, are you a paladin or a clerk?
I'm a dragon. You can see. I'm the best. Dragons are the best. But paladins that worship dragons are good.
Alright, which way?
Well,
I have
not
my
the
own.
bad dragons.
Moving on. Where are we going to find this lady?
She went down the only place that you guys haven't seen.
Then we go that way.
So
Wanna come?
Let's
wanna
go.
come with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with you.
Like, totally, for sure.
She starts
Yes, like
to kind of
Alright.
stretch out a little bit. She's like, oh my god, I can totally fly, but now I can't.
Does anybody need any Gary's berries?
What's a Gary Berry?
it's basically
It's Mr. Gary.
Give her a Gary berry.
okay. Try one of these, and I give her
I can't do
one.
fire.
Wait.
Just rest a
So-
little bit and you may be able
So you offer her
Yeah.
Gary. Okay, she comes up and
It will really fill you
It's
for
really
the rest
good.
of the day.
oh, that's really good. Who made that?
Gary's
Yeah, the magic spell that
Oh, it's you again.
Hey.
All right, let's move on onward.
Nora, what do you want to do?
I want to
like
ask you two questions. First question, what's your name?
A name? You don't know it?
It's Kids Bob
Can they
Kieran.
call you Susie? Your
No,
name is
Karen.
Susie.
Karen.
Susan.
Karen. No,
I
you
am-
Karen.
No, her voice is
I
too different.
am Dabs Sheba. But you can call me Dabs.
Dabs, can I ride on your back?
What? That was pretty upfront.
Oh.
You can ride on my back. Like a pretty back ride.
And
Round my back.
Yeah, no.
Hop on.
she's like, sure, hop on.
Yeah.
Make a reflex save.
Dragon set. Zooming through the caves.
Involuntary interns.
No, make a con save.
Should I just roll?
You roll and add your reflex modifier. It's a saving throw, top left.
Save.
I think Renee is
That's
giving her
30 save.
inspiration.
We're going on a trip in a
I still can't find it. Oh, found it.
it.
Make a con save.
24. Alright, did you want to give her inspiration? Or someone?
But I got a 20.
No,
It's something you can do.
I have
Just for
no
content.
need.
You don't need to be in combat to
Okay,
give somebody
when
inspiration.
you give someone inspiration, it does last for 10 minutes. So you can inspire them beforehand to do tasks beforehand. You can do it during combat
Yes, but
as well.
there's no reason to necessarily do it as of right now.
You're right.
But I will still.
That's up to you. So, alright, so you run up to do kind of this leap onto it. Because you haven't really been formally trained on how to
Well-
mount a dragon. And as you do, you hear her giggle, and right in your midair, she turns into this very live, very small halfling, and with like a metal circlet, a fairly basic tunic, but incredible vest that has just stitching all over it, like metallic threads. And you just hear her laughing as you kind of scramble to not fall.
Oh, so you're a halfling?
So I'm Dabs.
Some dragons have the ability to take humanish form.
So my
Alright.
mom taught me this.
Let's move in up and continue on.
Is she halfling?
Come on,
She's
children!
halfling or halfling because she's child size?
She doesn't answer you, but turns into a half elf.
Oh, okay.
Alright, come on,
And then
children.
back to her halfling kind of girl-ish
Hey,
form.
Can we
I
be
saw her.
besties? Dad,
Totally
I already
besties.
like you. I
Like-
already like you a lot.
You're my bestie, but it's cool.
Not
Chill.
I like
I-
you because you don't like him.
I like him.
He saved
You
your
don't
life.
trust. Yes,
Oh,
but you
no.
don't necessarily trust him.
He's really handsome.
Oh wow.
I just want to tell you that, I
The
am,
nicest, I know.
I
I
would
am
like,
a paladin by mistake.
I'm going to the next room.
Am I still green? Or
You are still green. Okay, so you head down the hallway.
Yeah.
even all that
how far are you
chewing and
going?
licking things where the green
First off, I'm going to
Even with the yeah, no, you are still very green.
I'm going to attempt to stealth. Do it stealthily.
Okay.
I also stealth.
No,
Are
too
you
late.
following him?
Because he doesn't know I'm following him because I'm so stealthy.
I stealth.
Yeah, I think I'm
Oh, I
stealthy, and I continue down the hall.
I stealth.
Okay.
Let's go in that height order. Ooh, that means the halfling's next to me.
12.
I got
I
9.
want to be next to Dabs.
So you got a 9?
Mhm.
Okay. For
So
what?
they- between you and I.
Stealth.
Did I tell you to roll for stealth?
No.
No. You can tell me what you're doing. I will ask or tell you what if there's anything that needs to happen. Sometimes things are so simple you don't ever have to roll for it. But if you just roll randomly and roll badly, I'm just going to make you fail just out of spite. You understand? So when I tell you to roll, roll. When we're in combat, that's when you can be more proactive because you have a more set skills. When you're not in combat, you have such a wide variety of options, and there's so many different possibilities.
Well, can I...
Anyways, so you're trying to be sneaky. You're trying to be as quiet as possible. It's not what you're good at. It's kind of like Nora trying to wrestle. Okay? But you can still try it. Alright? So you're following Gary along. Is anyone going along? So you guys line up again in order with Gorkov and Dabs now as
Oh, wait,
part of your retinue.
now I'm in the lead and Nora's behind me trying
That's
to catch
correct.
up.
Yeah, so they are following along.
I'm being very, very sneaky.
Okay. So you try. So you're doing your best. Are you ahead? Are you in the middle of the party?
I
Can I
am
be
right
sneaky too?
behind Gary.
Okay.
Can I be sneaky too?
Everyone could try to be sneaky.
Can I try to be sneaky?
Okay, I'll try to be sneaky.
Can you try to be sneaky? Again,
I can
you're a person in the
definitely.
world. You can just say, "I'm gonna help. I'm gonna move along. I'm gonna be try to not make all the noise. I'm gonna try to be sneaky."
I'm trying to be sneaky though.
Okay.
I'll try to be sneaky as well.
You already were.
Okay.
Okay. We have moved literally 15 feet because all you've done is ask me about ability checks, and that's not what this game is about. All right. This is not papers and dice. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. We have a dragon.
Oh
We're in
my
a
gosh,
dungeon.
it's our mascot!
Right?
You know what? I think this is the first game I've played in since the 90s where we've had a dragon in the
In
dungeon.
the dungeon.
Wait, there's 2 dragons
There is.
in the dungeon.
So you guys
There's a
are
dragon
continuing your
outside the
order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Gary up front, and so Dabs lines up next to you and just talks your ear off. She does not shut up
I asked her,
all the time.
do you know how to speak hummingbird?
She will go through every language.
Good, because I always have an accent when I speak hummingbird. Can you help me get rid of the accent?
And she talks about all the accents that her 1 year of experience on this world knows.
You're 1 year old?
Yeah. I'm a big one.
Yeah, it is.
Can I go back
Such a
Can
big girl.
I go back to Dabs? I run up back to next to Dabs and go, hello.
Alright.
I want to be friends with Dabs.
So you're conversing with her as well. Gary, as you guys are traveling, you start to see, again, you're getting into more and more worked surfaces, solid blocks. You start to see sigils carved here and there amongst the walls, and they're kind of little doorways that are showing up. Not really like the doorway into this room. Like a
Not like the cursed ones, or like the cursed ones
Not a
turned into
mimic.
snake.
I mean,
No, I'm awake.
what?
I'm awake.
Remember the room that had the sigils that turned us into snakes?
So you
Like
can
those?
Touch me.
you can start looking at them as you do. You can tell they're religious.
Okay.
You've never seen anything like this, but they have a deep connection to ancient runes that were connected to like destruction, but not like the death and decay destruction, but like the destruction and
I checked for
rebirth type
traps.
destruction.
Okay.
Okay, reincarnation type thing?
Kind of, yeah, that kind of.
I check for traps.
You're continuously checking for traps, or you talking to Dabs?
I'm gonna check for traps and go back to Dabs.
You kind of have to keep on doing. I mean, you can say, "Dabs, come with me," something like that.
Come with
But-
me. We need to check for traps. That's what
Okay.
Gary wants.
I'm a join the club.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's Bill Squad.
Oh my god, what's
Wait.
a trap? How do you check it?
Divine sense.
Just follow me and I'll teach you.
Okay,
I can use divine sense.
for
The
For no reason.
so see if there's any enemies or
undeads,
Or
fiends, and that
stuff.
sort of thing. It lasts a couple seconds. So when you see something, that's usually when you check for it. Okay?
Yeah.
But if there's, say, a zombie standing in front of you, you can see it without using Divine Sense. What you don't know is if it's evil or a fiend. Divine Sense will tell you if it's an evil or a fiend. Okay?
Okay.
So when you see stuff and you want to check it out, that's a good time to use Divine Sense. When you're in the middle of people that you know. Now, say you want to look at Dabs and check her out to make sure she's not evil or a fiend or demonic or any of that.
No.
Because she might be lying straight to you. Maybe
Or
it's
the
all
goblin.
illusion.
No.
No? Okay. So just let you know that's how that kind of functions. So you're moving across, and yeah, you start to see kind of more and more ornate symbols as they appear. It's, like I said, little kind of flits of them are making sense to you. But the only thing you really get is that it's ancient, and it has to do with this type of, some sort of religious and destruction.
Alright, continue on.
What?
We're in the den of the Illuminati.
You're in the den of the Illuminati. You know, I have... So,
And who bought that for you?
you did. It's one of my prized possessions, because there's nothing like it.
What?
That black box is Illuminati New World Order. It's a card game that your dad bought me, and it's an entire box of a collectible game. So it's quite cool.
We have that game.
Yes, we do.
We need to put that on our board gaming stuff.
It's
Is it with
very
that board game and
difficult.
stuff?
Hmm?
It is not a friendly game. I know you played it a lot, but when you
No, we haven't played it in years.
oh, I played a fair amount of it.
The only time I played is when I played it with you. And it was a game that I specifically bought. Star Wars, Illuminati,
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Mech
I'm
War.
sorry.
Alright, yeah, but sorry.
All right.
Another time.
I will eat slices.
So,
All right.
are you
So-
pointing up the sigils to us?
I am.
You are coming,
Well, I'm kind of grumpy, so I just kind of point at them and just go.
and you work
Let you
up.
figure it out.
You work your way through these series of work halls, and you start to smell like a thickness in the air, kind of like an electric ozone smell.
Oh, okay.
You press forward, and you see a surprisingly small room up ahead as the hallway just kind of goes into this room. You can see the far wall, the barest glimmering of it reflecting off your light about 80, 90 feet ahead.
Okay.
Can't see anything in the room because you're not close enough, but you can see that
Chuck the rock inside the room.
Alright. So you can see as you go, the room kind of continues off to the west, and it's about 30 feet, at least this way. You don't know how far this way yet.
Okay, height.
I don't know if this will work at all for you without it. You don't see anything. Alright, let me move which one he is in there. We'll move Gary. Where are you at? Oh, you're way up there. Okay.
Oof.
Height?
Yeah.
15 feet.
Alright.
Reinforced somewhat.
Move me 2 to the right and 1 up. Or one, reverse that. 1 to the right and 2 up. So I get to see more of the room. And then file the rest of the group in after me, please.
Alright. So as you get...
I'll go next to Gary.
As you get right there, and you start peering around, you see... it's a very stark room, solidly built. To the north end is some sort of raised dais with like 2 platforms coming up off of this like stone altar looking thing with like a ceremonial kind of runner down the side and runes that you can see built into it. To the left, you see a creature that matches the city guard's description, female, kind of in a captain uniform in the city watches, the main, unmoving, unblinking, and
We don't have any more healing potions, do we?
I have 2 Gary berries.
I have
Okay,
one Gary
Right
berry.
here,
I have one Gary
right
berry.
in front of the altar, you see a dwarf that is not moving, crumpled on the ground.
Was Corkin the dwarf?
Karen was the dwarf, yeah.
Oh.
Do not
Karen?
touch it. Now have
That is the person the goblin's looking for.
Oh, awesome.
Are you gonna give him a heads up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go in and secure the room. Is that a statue fallen over, or is it just me trying to?
That's
It is rubble.
It's
There is, you can see a glint of metal, like shiny metal, kind of amongst it.
All right. Where's the dwarf in front of the altar?
The dwarf is, yeah, right here.
All right. Let's get the captain.
If Gorgon wants to go to the dwarf first, you can. I'm not gonna stop him.
No. There's no exit to this room, right?
None that you can tell, Small.
All right. Yeah. Let's. You guys stay here. I'll run in there and grab the captain.
I say whatever you do not touch that raised bit.
All right. Yeah.
the
Let's get these guys. Let's get the wounded secure first.
or else you'll be that dwarf.
Okay.
Well, if that's gonna happen, let it happen to me.
So, and as you guys filter into the room, Gorkov immediately heads towards the dwarf,
Okay. Or not.
shaken, disturbed.
All right.
Wait,
Let
that's
him do
a
it.
dwarf?
Let him do the thing.
No, that's
The
Gorkov. There's no dwarf on the screen.
Oh.
There's
a
a
pilot
wounded
dwarf.
dwarf.
Huh?
There are a unmoving dwarf.
Yeah.
There's an unmoving dwarf, so basically the dwarf's dead. Or I'm beyond that.
Okay. And, okay, so Gary, what are you doing?
I'm grabbing the captain and bringing her over to the
Okay, so
party.
you head towards the captain. Rowan?
I'm keeping an eye and readying firebolt in case the metal thing comes or see any movement or attack. I'm just preparing to cover him.
Okay.
I will also prepare my daggers to throw at something if something tries to attack one of them.
Okay. You sure you don't want to pull out your sword and shield and get ready to, like, run at it?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that instead.
You can do that as well. Yeah, you don't have to always... pressure and Nora?
Are you moving in?
No,
Oh, you're not moving in, you're just here?
I'm staying there and then I'll rush in if anything comes.
Okay. Very good.
I'm hiding against the wall with my dagger and rapier out.
Okay.
I will stealth.
Alright. And,
I'm asking you if it is necessary.
I'll let you know. And so you're trying to hide up against the wall? Okay. And as you do, Dabs comes up behind you and, like, hides up against the wall next to you.
I hide her with my cape.
So.
I put my cape over her.
Okay, so you're trying to help her out. Right.
Who took out the lights?
Is there anyone I missed?
Me.
What were you doing, Pressure?
I am going to go up against.
I also asked
I'm going
Babs
to
if
go up
she has
against
any
the wall so that way I'm facing that thing and I'm going to ready an axe and if
I'm
that
a
thing
dragon.
moves an inch,
You never
I
know.
am going to
sweetie.
shoot it.
You don't even know.
Wait, no, I'm going to vicious mockery it. Because blocks can kill me.
No, you don't know.
What do
Maybe
you
she has
vicious
a-
mockery?
She's prepping vicious mockery.
If that block moves an inch, I am vicious mockery it.
Which pop?
The giant metal thing.
Anything. Just say anything.
There is an altar to the north. There is rubble on the ground. There is a glint of shiny metal in the rubble. There is a dwarf down on the ground next to the rubble, which Gorkov has gone next to. And there's a city guard up against the side of the wall standing listlessly.
Standing?
Standing.
If something
For some reason, the
I
city,
am vicious mockery it.
Okay.
Alright.
to me, the city guard looks like an ant.
Alright.
To me, the city god looks possessed.
I asked Dabs if she like has like a dagger. You never know, maybe the dragon had a dagger.
No.
Dragons have no teeth.
You never know. She's a halfling right now.
You want it?
Hey,
You
what's
want?
on
You
your
want?
face?
You want a dagger?
She stole the face of the bear.
Sure.
Emily, do you have Wesley's sword?
Yeah, I'll give Dabs Wesley's
A long sword.
A long sword.
The longsword that you're... Okay, let's see. It's really big and heavy for her, but it's kind of playing with it in the air.
It's an educational tool.
Don't
It's an
stab
educational
anyone.
toy.
I tell her how I teach her how to use it.
Pointy bit in the enemy.
Wesley, I already know how to use it. I can teach her. Plus, you're far away.
Okay, yeah.
I'm proficient in long sword.
So anyway, grab the captain and move back.
Okay. The captain doesn't recognize or in any way show any sign that they're aware of you.
All right. I fireman carrier if I need to.
Okay, make a strength check.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Can I just get something tonight? Can I just get something? 7? No.
Okay. So you can start kind of dragging her towards.
All right.
You don't really get to like do a heroic like. You're more like. So.
Use your weak old man joints.
As you move about 10 feet, it is not dignified.
All right. Wesley, come take this thing.
I can't. I'll lose my preference, will it?
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about the mechanics. When we ask you what you want to do, tell me what you want to do.
Just go
You can
get
say,
the-
I continue to hold in case something is ready.
Okay, what I do is I help him. Because there's
Okay.
still 2 people.
Okay, so you move on over to assist.
Mhm.
Roll do it. There you go. Do you understand? Okay. Very good.
All right.
So you guys start struggling with her. You kind of grab her by the shoulders. He runs over and grabs her feet. You all start to work on it. You can tell Wesley has got most of it there. As he kind of...
All right. I hand her off to Wesley.
Okay.
I check out Gorkuff and his dwarven friend.
Do
Is his
I?
dwarven friend conscious?
Okay, so you're gonna head
Unconscious?
towards there.
Is your is
At that
the
point,
dwarf alive?
The city guards start struggling to break free
Tell her
Let
from
it go.
your grasp.
Tell her I'm here to help you.
And let her go. If you don't let her go, then she's going to see as a threat.
Yes, let her go and tell her I'm here.
Does she have a weapon still?
She has her city guard stuff, yes, or her sword.
No, she doesn't have a shield
Wesley.
anymore.
She has her shield. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She's struggling to get free.
Oh,
Let her go.
I let
Let
go.
her
I let
Okay.
go.
Okay, let her go. You let her go.
She has it. Okay.
He lets her go.
So, and as you do, her eyes cloud over. She draws her sword and attacks you.
Who?
Wesley.
Oh.
City.
Missing.
Good!
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Do I have to attack her?
We can attack to not do damage, but to
Subdue.
subdue. Yes.
Woohoo!
15, I got 15.
Alright, Gary, what was yours?
I got a 19. No.
19?
Yes.
Oh, very
19.
good. Let's click on the draw this time. Leslie, what was yours?
15.
15. Nora.
21. Oh, sorry.
Rowan.
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Pressure.
11.
11.
I was like, ooh, I rolled pretty high, and I'm still in the middle of the group.
You got some good peoples.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Nora, what would you like to do?
Okay, so she's attacking Wesley.
Mm-hmm. She just kind of clumsily pulled out a
You
sword and
can
just swiped
sneak
at him.
attack her.
No, don't!
I'm not gonna attack her.
You need to negotiate! Use your big brain skills.
Does anyone have the shield anymore?
I I still have
We
a
left
shield.
the shield.
I have pieces of leather from armor.
I still
Can I show
have
you?
my shield.
I don't know, maybe that was
Do I?
a threat.
Yeah, I still have my shield.
Tell her we were
Oh, I have an idea.
By the way she's moving and that sort of thing, it's a lot more zombie-like than like person-like.
I
That's
thought
why
she
she
was like
likes
conscious
that.
but didn't know. I was gonna show her the shoe from one of the foots to tell her that we killed the bad guys, but she's zombie-fied, not
She's
confused.
possessed, kind of.
Yeah, she's possessed, not confused.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
Okay.
zombie.
I don't physically hurt her, maybe mentally hurt her.
I can't
Use your
mentally-
words.
I can't mentally hurt her.
I don't.
For
We don't have any mockery.
No, I don't have vicious mock. I can't hurt her.
We don't have any spells.
I don't know. Is anybody like?
I think we might just have to know.
You can strike to subdue.
Question mark?
Basically, that means
Basically, you can put her in a sleeper hold.
Yeah, you strike
Sleep.
to
Okay.
disable her, not to kill her.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Do I get a sneak attack since Wesley's near a foe?
Yes.
And I'll use my
You
rapier.
don't get advantage on the attack, but you can
No, you
potentially
don't use a
attack.
rapier to put somebody in a sleeper
there-
hold.
You can
Short
with
fall.
weapons do non-lethal damage. You
Nah.
cannot do non-lethal damage with
I
fire,
don't have any
explosions,
spells.
acid, poison, that sort of thing. But with anything physical, except for maybe like bows, crossbows, you can do non-lethal.
Okay, so
But
It really only matters when you get down to 0 hit points for the enemy.
But no, you don't have very high strength. But still, with a sneak attack, you can grapple her and force her to the ground. I don't know. That's a DM call.
I did non-lethal. Run up to it,
Okay.
kill her, and use my rapier attack.
Okay. So
But
you run up.
non-lethal. Don't kill her, please.
Yep.
I don't want to be the reason of her death.
Okay.
you don't want on her tombstone.
I'm
to
not
be
using my sneak
killed
attack.
by Noah.
No, use your sneak attack, because if it's non-lethal damage, it's non-lethal damage.
Okay,
He's
so
correct.
I just roll attack plus 5.
Sorry, I'm
That doesn't
backseat
make
DMing.
sense.
I'll shut up.
It's fine.
6.
6 to hit.
Yep.
That misses. I'm sorry.
Can I use my other weapon?
Yeah, you can maybe use your bonus action to make your attack with your second weapon.
23.
23, that will hit.
Okay, D4 do it.
23.
A
Miss.
dagger is a d4.
Okay.
And then there should be a dagger damage.
Plus 3.
Here.
5.
5. Alright. So yeah, you basically flip the dagger over and pounder one on the skull with the hilt.
What do I do for sneak attack?
Sneak attack is an extra d6, and you add that.
10.
10. Alright. So yeah, you flapper one good.
Can I run back? Or I should be able to attack her?
That was almost your entire movement to get to her.
Oh.
She can attack you, you think, under normal rules. You don't know specifically about possessed people, but
So she is possessed.
maybe.
I'ma
She's
just-
her word says
I'm
possessed.
gonna just stay there, but I'm gonna like duck down.
Okay. Your armor class assumes that you're trying to defend yourself at all times. So. Right? So, but you're.
I upgraded my armor because I had extra leather from the pile that I added on.
Gary?
I investigate the dwarf to see if he's conscious or not.
Okay.
If he's conscious or dead.
Thank
He
you.
is. No more.
He is an ex-dwarf.
He is an ex-dwarf.
I thought
This
it was
dwarf?
a she.
Has ceased to be.
Alright.
I thought it was a she. I thought it was Karen.
Karen. Karen.
Karen.
The sky's off.
Karen.
Karen.
Alright.
Karen. Do you need to say it again?
Karen.
Karen.
Can I move behind?
That's how it sounded if you cast a speak with dead spell.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get behind her and try to grapple her?
Okay. See.
What's the-
It's not Karen. It's Karen.
6 squares, I don't know. I can't tell if I can do it or not.
You can do it next round. It's fine.
Alright. And then I'll attempt to grapple her so she's...
All right.
I'll be right
Nope.
back.
7. Plus... What? 2? Yeah, no. 8, 9. 9!
9.
9! 9, 9!
You miss. Unfortunately, even her in her lethargic state just weakly parries you.
Dog pile!
Are you? Do you remember that you have Shillelagh?
Yes, I do. I just can't cast it.
You can cast it as a bonus action. It lasts for a minute, and it lets you use your wisdom as your attack and damage rolls, and increases your staff or whatever you're using to a D8. For
My
damage.
club.
From D6 to D8, right?
I did not know that.
That's what it does. That's
Okay.
its purpose. So it does not elicit attack opportunity because it's not a ranged attack or anything like that. You can do it in melee. It does take concentration, so you can't use another concentration spell while it's active.
I am out, I believe.
It is a cantrip.
Yep.
Which means you can use it whenever you want.
Yeah, I thought, okay. Shall I? Alright, cool.
Just
Addition,
sure.
addition issue.
so.
I just
Alright. Rowan.
I really don't have anything that will help me subdue her. My Firebolt and Ray of Frost is too not able to control to do non-lethal damage. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, in front of her, do a minor illusion of another person, so maybe she thinks she has another person and attack the illusion.
Okay. So you're putting a minor illusion so it can't move or sound or smell, but it can look, or you can pick one.
Yeah, I'm doing mostly vision
It's a...
Yep. Okay.
of a. Well,
And
no,
where's
it's
it going?
more of a. It is going in between Wesley and Nora,
Okay.
and it's going to be of just a city guard type person with a club,
Okay.
and the club is raised.
Are you moving or doing anything else, or
No.
do you? Okay. So you think a moment about past city guards you've seen in the past, and
Yeah.
make one appear in front of her.
I mean, we talked to one that
And
had to
she showed.
sign a shirt, so or the thing.
Wesley, it's your turn.
okay.
You see Gary trying to like grab onto her and like hold her down and to help you with her since you were
Right.
trying to drag her before.
Well, it can't harm her unless.
You can do a regular attack with lethal damage. You can try to do a grappling type attack to hold her down or take her places.
I try to grapple her.
You could also possibly use something like Divine Sense now to see if she is a fiend or a thing, since you're not really sure what's going on.
Yeah.
You also see a guard call for dabs is equal as well, right?
Okay.
Yeah, all the things.
I'll try it.
Okay. So you're gonna reach inside and talk to Malou and ask her to guide your eyes. What does Divine Sense look for?
Can you look for it? Divine sense. Action. It's
It takes an action. What does it look for? What do you?
Celestial fiend or undead.
Okay. Alrighty.
No, wrong way.
I'm just looking a bit to see. So you see, so it's not in covers because it's right next to you.
Celestial fiend and one dead.
Celestial.
So
Well,
Within
And
60
you-
feet that is not under total coverage.
see something a little bit weird. You see what would kind of be a normal person, even someone fairly good. Like you can see with this kind of the aura of the person, but there's like something that's encapsulating that aura.
Can you also see
You can't really tell what it is.
Can you also see Dabs and Korkoff?
You can look around, yeah.
Let's look at Dabs and Korkoff.
Now, your Dabs or Korgoth looks like a fiend, a celestial, or an undead creature.
Well, I can't get Dabs because they're behind total cover.
No, they're not.
Dabs is literally behind total cover. You're right. You could not see Dabs.
Yeah, but
Gorkoth, you see, is not necessarily evil or good, but he is neither a fiend or a undead or
he's neutral.
A neutral.
He's neutral.
a celestial.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your action. So
Now I don't want to.
No, stop.
now you still have this person still grasp.
Did you successfully grapple her?
He did before she started moving.
Okay.
And
No, I
that
let
hasn't
go
been
of her.
broken. You let go of her?
Mhm.
Take her to the ground.
Before, way before
Knock her
when I
unconscious.
had her before.
When she like tried to attack you, you
Yeah.
let go? Okay. Okay, so that was your action, is the divine sense.
Mhm.
Okay, is there anything else you're doing? I don't believe you have a bonus action, and you do have a move, but you are next to it.
Wait, what is a bonus action?
A bonus action is certain things will say, as a bonus action, you can do this. If you're not sure what you can do, we'll figure it out sometime when we're not playing.
Is that
But I can tell you, you do not have a bonus action. An attack is a regular action. And anything with a dagger, a sword, an axe, a bow is all an attack with a regular action.
Okay.
Now, if you have two weapons, you can attack with a regular action and then use your bonus action to attack with the other.
Wait,
Like me.
But that's only if you attack with the first one. If you did anything else, you wouldn't be able to.
Dada. If there's teammates near an enemy, and you walk away, does the enemy still have
Yes.
advantage?
Yes.
No, it's not about advantage there. Nothing has to do with advantage
Just
there.
with attack.
Attack of opportunities where they get a free hit on you when you leave.
Stop being the animal crackers. We're already halfway through and we
Okay.
just got it today.
Alright, so that your turn was doing the divine sense.
My next.
Gorkoff comes around and punches the altar.
I said don't touch it. He touched it.
Pressure, it's your turn.
Can I do non-lethal vicious mockery damage?
No.
No. Can I
Which
hold
is
your
what-
action?
Yes.
Can I do the opposite of vicious mockery?
You can do
Why not?
non-lethal vicious mockery action since it's not poison. It is psychic damage, that's fine. Go ahead.
So non-lethal vicious mockery
Okay.
on
So,
person.
Tisha's gonna try to save. Go ahead.
Take a hike.
Take that.
You call yourself a guard.
And what's your DC?
12.
One.
Wow.
She kind of just curls back and hisses. Roll your damage.
She said
My non-damage.
What?
4. Alright,
Whoa,
she takes 4 damage
Non-damage.
from her terrible mocking. Alright.
Wait, but if we don't kill her, then she'll keep
We
on
can knock her
attacking us.
We're knocking
unconscious.
her unconscious, Wilson.
Alright.
We're gonna probably be dragging her.
You know, we're not going after organs.
And she seems to completely ignore the illusion that you made.
Okay.
As she takes the swipe with her sword.
Not me.
Really? It's a natural 20.
Haha.
That one's a 2.
Now
Missing
you know
him.
how I feel. I rolled it and it was a natural
Missing
20.
who?
And then I moved my paper slightly and it turned into a 3.
It doesn't matter, Wes, because it's a miss.
4.
And it's a 2, or she's lucky she hit the ground.
Alrighty. And coming down from the ceiling, these panels open up and this arm reaches down and it has a giant kind of anvil attached to it.
The claw.
And it scans left and right and then comes down on Gorkoth, burying him underneath it.
Aww.
As he crumples to the ground.
Is he dead?
Let me see.
Is that body? No! No! Boy Swordy!
So, he is no longer, he does not get up. As the hammer pulls away from what's left of his crumpled body.
Is he only mostly dead, or is he...
That's what happened to the door.
Is he breathing? Can we tell if he's breathing?
You're too far away from him.
Alright.
Am I breathing?
Yes.
Because you're now 4 feet away from me and you still can't tell.
You are breathing. You are breathing.
I hope you are. If you're not, then you have some questions to answer.
Stinky butt.
So, alright.
You are stinky butt.
Am I breathing?
You are stinky butt. Anyway.
Pressure.
Am I breathing?
Oh,
Did I
okay.
skip anyone? I don't think I did. No. Yeah.
I'm going to...
I
Yeah.
haven't done it.
No.
You haven't done anything.
Yeah,
you.
from the time she finished Macquarie to now, I haven't done anything.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
No, you're
Then,
4
yeah.
feet away.
Good.
Okay, did I get skipped after the...
Yes.
There's only been one
I'm
round.
breathing.
Okay, so we're at the top of the new round.
Yes.
So you got skipped.
No. You,
Because pressure's not at
You-
the...
Those
made an
results
illusion.
every time.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
But it's a new round.
we played one round. Yeah, it is. It's your turn.
But I'm at the top of the round.
No.
No.
I
Let me go
am. I
check.
had 21.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the
Yeah.
middle.
You're right. It is Nora. Yeah, it was the end.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
alright.
Okay. Okay. So I attack non-lethal and that dude with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
I hit him with the non-doom. 17.
17.
Yes,
Alright.
17.
That hits. Go ahead and roll.
1d8, d8.
D8.
D8. And D6 for sneak attack. Because you have an ally next to him.
18.
18. And
Is she unconscious?
she falls unconscious.
Okay, I ran up to Gorkoth and gave him one of my Gary Bears.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. So yeah. Tisha falls. Gary, what are you doing?
I am going to...
Don't give him a Gary Berry yet.
I don't give him Gary Bear yet.
Drag him away from the altar.
I drag him away from altar.
Then give him a Gary
Then I
Berry.
give him Gary Bear.
Because he's unconscious.
Give him a Gary
it won't-
Berry. Oh, I feel much better. Wham!
Yeah.
Give him a Gary Berry. I feel much better. Wham!
Our gnome went through that.
Anyway, I
Give no
tie up the city guard
Okay.
and get her out of the room.
I'm here. I'm just saving anyone.
And I'm gonna run and help her get Gorkoff on my turn.
Okay.
I follow suit.
Alrighty. So you guys drag her and Gorkoff out, and you manage to do so. As soon as they kind of cross the threshold of the room, Tisha still unconscious, but at least is breathing easier.
Hey, Leslie, can you use your
And as you do so, the hammer does not follow you outside the room. It seems to be locked within the confines.
Leslie,
Okay.
can you
Is
use your-
Gorkoff alive?
So
May I
you,
hands?
No.
she was giving her a. Okay, so you want to give Gorkoff one of the berries?
Magic thing.
So,
1 second. Wesley, can Leslie use Divine Sense again?
I don't know how many times can you do it.
3. I only used it once.
Then yes.
Okay, try to see if she's still evil.
Now that we're outside of the room, that's a very good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you use Define Sense.
You'll also be able to see big
Again,
gaps.
calling-
We want to investigate what was glittering among the rubble.
I shall investigate what is glittering among.
I shall join her.
I shall go alone.
I shall follow
sense.
her against her will.
I
use divine sense.
So you do give Gorkov a berry. He comes back and is very appreciative. Oh, thank you. Gorkas, Carolyn's dead.
I am sorry.
Ooh,
Wait, I give
Go on.
Gorkov burial gift to Karen.
That won't
He's
work.
It
dead.
won't work.
He's beyond the realm of berries.
I'll miss him.
I am
I'll
very
miss
sorry.
all of them.
Yeah, I may have lost our poor ferret.
But you still have a mission to carry on, don't you, in their honor?
What mission was it?
They had something that they
They
needed
had
to
to
be
destroy a
destroyed.
clock. Wait, he has the clock.
No.
Oh.
Neither of them had a clock.
No, but when he said
Anyway.
that one of them had the clock and they needed that to destroy.
Talking stick.
You're
The
You're
what?
worried. The artifact. It's in there. I saw it.
I told you.
Well, then
told you.
destroy it.
It's the article inside there. I told you.
destroy it. Don't
I
say
shall go-
evil.
I
Don't
shall
go
go
with powers like
receive it.
most goblins do. Just don't.
I go receive
Was it
the
a
item.
Karkov?
So, we're going to go back a bunch of time. You said you were going in to look for the glittering thing. You said you were racing her or following her or going in. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Is anyone else going with them?
No, Leslie guard me.
Yes, join us.
No, stand by
Leslie.
and guard.
Yes.
Just in case the glitter thing makes me evil, like the guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the
Okay.
goblin. The goblin isn't evil.
Like the guard.
Oh, the gold. Who even touch that?
So,
I
We don't know.
as you step into the threshold of the room, the hammer, which had kind of been hanging from the edge, kind of lifts up.
I step back.
Hmm.
I put one foot in.
Yeet. Yeet. Yeah.
I shoot one of my arrows at it.
What's the pointing said hammer?
Magic.
I shoot an
Mom!
arrow
Alright,
Mage
roll
hand.
attack.
to taunt it.
You're stupid.
10.
10. Alright, so you're able to kind of hit the mechanism, but your arrow kind of bounces off.
Well,
It
it's
doesn't
just a-
seem to.
Ooh,
It's just to taunt it.
You were with,
Minor illusion. Running.
Something
Okay.
running
Minor
in there.
illusion.
so you
Running
make a
across
minor
the
illusion of what?
room.
Something running in
A
there.
human.
Okay.
Human
Running
running
across
in
the
there.
room.
So, alright, so you
Make it a minor illusion of me running in there.
Okay. Minor illusion of Noah running into the room.
Okay. So your illusion appears, starts running in, and nothing happens.
So it's touch sensitive.
Or something else sensitive.
Okay,
Or life
use your rock.
I'm seeing to the wounded. You
Okay.
guys figure
I
this
take
out.
Give me rock.
I take rock and throw it in.
Okay. It just kind of.
So it is touch sensitive. Touch sensitive.
Jan,
But you're very good at dodging.
Jan, can you mage hand
Hand,
whatever's glittering in there out?
Can I?
Can she
Is
mage
it
hand?
small enough that I can get it? 10 pounds?
I mean, you know where it is about. You can use your hand to sense it.
30 feet away? Do I need to get closer?
It's within range of you.
Okay, then I try to mage hand the glitter thing.
Okay. So you manage to do so, grabbing the bulk of it, which you see is kind of a ring, and the hand kind of pulls it. The mage hand is not invisible, by the way. We do see this is kind of a spectral. It can kind of look how you want. So, like different colors
It's the
and
ferret.
sparkly
Make
or not.
it a ferret.
I'm not gonna make it the ferret.
Make it fuzzy hand.
Yeah, make a little fuzzy.
Do it, Paul. Make it, Paul.
Anyways, it comes out.
I was thinking more like a big
And-
Monty Python hand out of the cloud.
I was thinking Master Hand from Smash Brothers.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking a clockwork hand, but you know, whatever.
Okay. As a gnome, yeah, maybe. Anyways, it grabs onto it and starts tugging at it, and the device doesn't have anything really on it apart from just a bunch of dust and loose stuff, and it kind of shakes it up loose. A couple pieces are left behind, but it grabs the bulk of it and brings it to you. So, and what you see is kind of the circular golden metal ring with a bunch of like lines and then circles on them.
I told you.
Can
It's the ring from
fetch
the
the things that fell off that are part of it?
You can do so, yeah. You
Yeah,
can
it
send
will
it back.
Make as many trips as possible to catch everything once Gorgon says that's everything.
And you
Gorgon.
see that these are kind of what had fallen off of it were these thin sheet plates, roughly
Ooh,
a
can I put
foot
it together?
on a side, and there are 6 of them.
I put it together.
We don't want to put it together because
I
they're
don't
trying
put
to
it
destroy
together.
it.
I put it together separate.
And I would like anyone looking at this device to
I
make
understand.
either a nature or an arcana check, depending on what they like most, or what they would know most.
Yeah,
You can
exactly
do so
the
too as
same.
well, Leslie, if you'd like.
I'll
try.
So that's a
Either-
skill check for nature or arcana. Which
I
one are
don't
you
know
doing?
nothing.
Which one did you do?
It doesn't matter. The exact same.
I'm gonna
Nature.
do.
Thank you.
I'm good. Either way, both of mine are 0.
Go
I'm
ahead,
doing
roll.
Arcana.
Go ahead and roll.
17.
7.
You roll low, he low. Nora and pressure.
I rolled the same as Wesley.
I am going to.
See, it's not that low.
7.
7.
Oh,
I've got a 2 in the skill.
Wait, what's Arcana?
Oh,
What's Arcana?
Arcana
Intelligence.
is intelligence.
I was like, don't touch it.
It is a skill.
so is nature too.
So it'd be at the top of the
I
skill
know.
list.
Okay, I'll roll.
Or are you asking what Arcana represents?
Oh,
Yeah.
Arcana is knowledge about magic and the arcane.
Okay, I rolled 14 Arcana.
14 Arcana.
I did too. Either way, I did. I
Which
rolled
one?
2
What you want?
for it. Really doesn't matter. Just doing
Just
nature. So
Okay.
at 1
Alrighty.
2. Straight up.
2 total.
2 total.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant I also rolled a 14. Because you said I rolled nature is 2. I thought you meant. I'm sorry.
Is also
Alright. So what, you 17
mm-hmm.
in
Arcana.
Arcana. 14 in Arcana. Okay. You don't know very much about this device. Those who do handle it do know that it's quite powerful magic. It's inherent into it. So it seems to represent celestial bodies. And
Sun,
the
moon.
clockwork even kind of moves around multiple planets and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, it was Wesley.
And you brought the pieces of the sides over, and you were starting to kind of fiddle with them, and you said you wanted to put them back together?
No,
Or?
not
Separately.
fully, separately. I put the thin pieces together on a separate area,
Okay.
and I put the things all like lit.
Okay.
Maybe
Can
that's
we leave
She's
this
not
room?
building it, but just kind of seeing how everything goes together without actually touching the pieces to each other, right?
Okay. So you can tell that it looks like
I'm
this
making a
disc
blueprint.
with these motion planets and celestial bodies. I assume you tell them about that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Seems to go in the central part of this 6-sided cube. And each face of the cube has a hole in it about 4 inches round.
I've seen this
Boy.
movie before.
Goykov.
I tell Rowan about it. And I
Rowan
tell-
can see what you're doing, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you all
I-
are seeing
I
this
tell
as
Gary
she kind of puts it
about
together. You see her starting to think about it.
Oi,
So.
Goykov. What's this? Explain.
He
Let's
doesn't
get
know.
out of here first.
Yeah.
So,
Then
my dad's-
explain.
Is there
It's
any?
like-
Is there?
I have
Wait,
What's
wait,
that?
wait! Before we leave, there appears to be a book on the altar. Is
There
there
is
a
no
book
book
on
on the altar.
There is no book on the altar.
No.
There is
I-
nothing
There
on the
is
altar
a
except.
runner along with runes. Runner meaning a cloth.
Gotcha.
Wesley.
Dad's like, what's that?
It's a very non.
It's very not interesting.
It's
he
not
had his divine
trendy.
sense.
It's not trendy, nor is it not
I still have
interesting, and it's
that
not
one.
He still had his divine sense up when we brought it over.
He would. It
I
is
just have one more.
magical, but not fiend,
Fiend.
celestial,
Okay.
or undead.
No, he was supposed to do it for also the unconscious body of the guard.
Oh yes, has she been released from the spell?
She is now no longer has that encapsulating
Dabs.
aura.
All right.
Dabs has a good aura about her.
All right.
That's stabs.
Let's leave.
That's
Let's leave the. Let's leave
Yep,
the
that's
ruins.
Since the guard no longer has the aura about her, I'm gonna give her my good berry. to bring her back, so we don't have to carry her.
I should probably mark off one of
Okay.
So, are you
So that's.
grabbing all the pieces of this thing?
Yeah.
I'll put it. I have still a few. I'll put it in the shoe that I have.
I am asking Gorkov.
The sides are about a foot.
Oh.
Why don't we keep the
foot and a half
sides
each.
in one bag and the contraption in another bag? Keep them separate.
Yeah, I'll pieces of leather. I'll just make a quick bag.
Pressure, what would you
Okay.
like to do?
Gorkov, what is this thing? Directing to the disc.
Gorkov? I don't know. We found it in the deep
Did
of
you
the underworld.
destroy this, or was it originally like this?
No, it was together. See, the
They were
center
trying
thing,
to destroy
But
it.
what
the center
did it-
thing, and then the sides are around it.
But what did it
happened?
do?
What happened with it?
We were trying to figure out. We didn't. Gorkov. So Karen, we went to look at. We went to find out about this thing. And Karen, Karen's been teaching me magic. And so he talked about this. It's very powerful and I shouldn't play with it. And so not the Gorkov to play with it. It's not buttons. And so
Can we have this conversation as we're walking out?
yeah, you guys can
Okay.
kind of move. We don't know much. We think it has to do with planets and maybe time.
Destroy
Or
it. It's a time machine.
something.
It's a time machine.
Everyone did know.
Interdimensional
Okay.
time.
I can cast bless at it.
What would that
What?
do?
Don't!
And he shows his scroll that he'd been reading.
Oh,
Don't!
the blessed scrolls. The blessed scrolls.
This is
He
actually
has
separate
no-
from your own.
Yeah, because I have the blessed
Yeah.
scroll, so it's not that one.
I know, but
Alright.
it's still.
Alright.
I
Can we
think in
leave the
general.
Can we leave the runes?
Yeah.
You can.
Wait,
Um,
who's carrying the pieces of the thing?
Do you want to carry the sides? Do you want to carry the center part?
We split it.
I
We
would
said all.
entrust this with Wesley. These two. I would say like either you or Precious.
They were trying to destroy this for a reason. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's worry about that when we get upstairs.
Well, no, I made little bags for it.
All right, awesome.
I would just put it in my backpack, but we'd give it to Wesley because he's the strongest and can carry it.
Okay.
Well, technically, Dabs is the strongest.
I wouldn't give it to her.
Babs
She
is
can
the
hear you, you know.
No, we're talking
But,
in.
yeah.
Oh yeah, she.
Yes, he can hear you.
Well, because I don't want it to burden her if she turns into a dragon. If she has the backpack strapped on her, it wouldn't feel good.
Yeah, Dabs
she
would not
turned
look
into it.
pretty in it.
Okay.
Anyway,
But Dabs does look pretty in everything.
Okay.
So
Does Dad want to do an insight check?
you guys are heading back the way you came, carefully negotiating the tentacle monster, avoiding the traps, stepping over the dead zombies and rats.
Is the spider
As you
still there?
get to the room that turns you guys into snakes, Dabs starts whimpering. Ow! Who's yelling? Stop it!
No one's yelling Dabs.
Oh my.
And then in every single language that
Quinn!
all of you know at once, you hear her yell. Just shriek.
Who?
Dabs.
Dabs.
why?
Oh my gosh! Wesley, do divine sense right now. I am very disturbed.
That'll be my last point.
Doesn't matter. Do it.
Just do it, Wesley.
So,
Yes!
And she says, oh, I know. Oh my god. I've felt this before. Oh god. It's the dragon ward on Waterdeep. I can't go.
Wait, were you under Waterdeep before?
We were.
And now we are okay, so we're under Waterdeep. So how does she get
No,
up?
don't use divine sense. Don't use divine sense.
Don't use divine sense.
We know it's wrong.
Never
Okay.
mind.
So how can she get out? Okay, The one room that we found her in,
Uh-huh.
can we dig out the way that she... So, let's go back one room on the map.
So you can go back. There were rubble through there. And that's something you do recall that you did feel air.
Yeah.
And Dad will say it wasn't that far.
So can we dig out from there?
You can try. Yeah.
Alright,
So-
yeah, let's go there, and let's go back.
Back up. Through the lines.
Oh god, that's long gone.
Up the elevator. And into the cavern where you started. And yeah, you have a kind of a blocked off passage to the northwest and the northeast.
Which one appears to be easier?
The one that she was trapped in was the one on the west, and that's the one where the breeze is coming through.
Alright,
Well,
let's
then
try to
west.
dig through that.
Okay.
I'll spot her, and she can do the dragons can do the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Is
Is anyone helping or?
And will help as much as I can, but
I'll help.
Do I do strange
I'll-
check?
Renee, do some inspiration.
Oh my gosh, yes, inspiration on Wes.
And...
you guys are so strong.
No.
You're so strong. You're so strong.
No,
You're so strong.
no. We're going on a trip in our favorite dragon ship, zooming through the cave, make attack safe.
Alrighty. So you guys managed to strain and struggle clearing out these boulders. You rig up kind of a clever system of ropes and attach it to the dragon to have help her help pull them out of the way.
Do
Yeah,
I
I
do
was-
a strength check?
No.
You guys can manage to work your way through here.
Yeah, taking her into water
yeah.
deep is not an option, so this is our only way
I
out.
would like everyone to make a con save.
Alright.
What?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh, 10 plus something else. 14.
Okay.
As you're doing that, wait, am I helping?
Are you helping? I assume this is a team effort.
I have no strength. I would
You
be.
can still help. Someone's attaching
Yeah.
a rope to the dragon.
I
Someone.
attached the rope to the dragon, but I'm also doing something
I
else.
almost feel like my mage.
I'm using the rest of my leather and making
18.
my
18. Alright, anybody 10 and under? You guys have one level of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on all skill checks.
I rolled a 5.
I got 10.
10. So you are.
Safe.
No, because ties go to the negative effect. So you are exhausted. You worked so hard digging them out. That
I
effect will
just
last
needed-
until you take a short or long rest.
I used.
I'm sorry, a long rest. It has to be for.
So I have a question. Is
Yes.
Gabs gonna stay with us or no?
She can't come with us into the city.
Okay.
Well, then
So-
you said we need to go back into the city.
We need to go back into the city.
And throughout all the efforts in the while you're loading this dragon up, so like I've been here for like 4 days, and this is good. I'm gonna be a dragon.
I use the rest of my leather and I take off my cloak and I make it giant for her and I put it on her so she can remember us.
What?
Where you're what?
My cloak.
She makes a giant cloak,
Cloak out of the leather scraps?
Yep.
Okay.
and her cloak.
Okay. So you guys dig your way through, emerging into kind of the side of this seawall cliff. It drops down 8-10 feet below you into a very short beach, the waves lapping overhead or underneath you. You guys managed to easily get down and are standing now on the beach outside of Waterdeep. You can see kind of to your right the city walls and the harbor and ships coming in and out. It's not morning, but it's not noon yet, somewhere in that middle area.
Is there any
Finish.
sign of the green dragon?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Go ahead and roll perception.
No.
Can I roll?
All of
Would
them.
it be easier for us to return to the city through the outside here versus going back to the tentacle area and everything like
A
that?
natural 20.
Okay.
5.
You do not see any sign of any dragons apart from Dabs.
Yeah, of course.
So that's probably.
Okay.
I would imagine anything's easier than going through the sewers.
Yeah, and a slime monster.
I can't really see much else.
So is
Okay.
that
So-
stopping here?
Well, it depends. You know, we can go through the city and have the party split up and get mugged again.
Now you know that you're gonna have to check in and
Yeah.
that sort of thing and get who you checked off going in to sign
Mm-hmm.
to get paid.
Yeah. And we also have to make sure that Talia,
Tisha.
Tisha, gets
Mental
debriefed
help.
and helped.
And I'm
She's
surprised-
back up and walking.
Did someone care to her at all? Or?
I gave her a good berry.
You did.
Once he realized that he wasn't underneath the...
I'm so sorry. Dads and Gorkov took a lot of my attention.
That's okay.
So you were. This is back in the room. You drag her out. You give her one of your last remaining good berries.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, we should have
She
like 2
wakes
or
up.
3 left.
I still have one.
I really-
I have a good berry.
So and she
DM tells you it is.
she wakes up and she's like, what? Huh? I'll meet you at the gates of dawn. I'll take you at night. What? Who are you?
We were here to rescue you.
We rescued you because you were in this place where this altar was in the sinkhole, and
Oh,
and
you've got a dragon and a goblin.
She's good.
They're good.
Ha ha ha!
They're good.
Take a chill pill.
We're a diverse
Get
group.
some help.
So
We've come here to help
you
you.
know, dragons in the city limits of Waterdeep is a violation of Section 242.817.
We're not in the city limits of Waterdeep right now.
You are not.
We will not bring her into the city limits of...
You better not.
We shall.
Oh, so thank you for saving me. It's very kind of you.
We've come here to collect
Ezzy.
you and bring
we
you back.
came here
Totally my
to
appreciation.
Collect.
I see
question
that you found my decanter. You may have it. Thank you so much.
What's the decanter? The
Stream Fountain Geyser.
Give that to him. She explains how it works.
To Gary, not you.
Yeah, she said give it to me.
Uh,
Not read it and then give it to me.
Snoopy Snoop.
I can listen to what he's saying too. I can get educated.
She does tell you that how it works. It's effectively you open the stopper, you say one of the 3 words, and either a stream.
You'll be the first child ever to be grounded for
a
metagaming.
fountain. Just a water fountain.
Stream, fountain, or geyser. She says,
We're
to the best of her
basically
knowledge,
just-
it's been kind of handed down for a while through her family.
Aww.
Keep it.
It's okay.
Keep it.
But are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, you're awful lippy about giving up my
No,
treasure.
It's okay.
No, I'm not gonna take a family heirloom from you.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
It's never run out.
We accept small bills.
Without a recommendation to Acquisitions Inc.?
Done.
Yay!
In the future, Papa Gary is gonna be asking for a favor.
Let me just use it when I'm thirsty. Fountain.
You know how to make me on green. I've been blue before. It matches my eyes. I don't mind. But this green, it kind of not so good.
Salt water doesn't kill you.
He's green. He's not green either.
And she comes up and inspects you, and he's like, "You don't remember? I have to look in the book to see what it says.
Don't shake the table. Don't shake the table.
I don't remember." Oh, God, I'm sorry. My blood sugar's kind of low. I love you, sweetie. You know, you get old, just shaky hands. What were we at? We're asking green. How do you get rid of the green?
Yes. It clashes with the color of my eyes.
You wait till you have a wild magic effect, and then you change to a different color.
Where'd you get it?
In the room with the...
Snakes.
She turned into a zombie.
No, it was the one with the fire and then the pit. And then something else before I turned into a mummy.
Emily, no!
It was a shaky eye thing.
I don't know. Just have the office at the interior take a look.
Okay, because he's actually not a golden... He's a golden dragon.
He's not an
kind.
autumn dragon.
Not a green, because greens aren't nice.
Yeah, green
That doesn't hold true for Dragonborn.
greens are Slytherins.
It actually does not.
Okay.
Well, still, greens are Slytherins.
No.
Green dragons are Slytherins.
No. Listen to the words that was just said. Dragonborns
I know.
are not.
I was just talking about Harry Potter. Slytherin.
No.
I'm saying the actual
Alrighty.
green dragons are Slytherins.
And again, say it again, doesn't make you right. Dragonborns are not.
Did we get successfully back to the...
dragonborn. I said actual.
So,
the actual green
as you're
dragons are Slytherins.
approaching,
Not Dragon Ball.
Dabs follows along
Dragon.
until she gets within kind of sight of the walls and
What
stays
does
back.
Dad say about my cloak?
It's really sweet, sweetie. Sweet. Just- Thanks.
I made it your favorite color.
What color is that?
Your
Brown.
favorite. No, it was colored leather.
It's purple.
What is your
Brass.
favorite color? What is
Brass. Brass, not
Brass.
gold, not copper.
Brass.
boom? It's brass.
That's copper.
No, it's brass.
What kind of dragon do you think I am?
Copper.
Because you're
It's
the
like
brass.
a with a
Copper Dragon.
Bronze.
The brass.
browns, brass.
Hey, you're brass.
Well, guess what? You are a fellow.
So, and she comes up and sniffs you. And she says, "Dispel magic. That'll get rid of the green."
Oh, thanks.
What about me?
We'll work for you too.
Wesley, it is exclusive to gnomes.
And with that, we will close down tonight.
Yay!
Yay!
We
I
see
really love
the dungeon of doom and destruction, not alone.
We need to be ready to pick our second level skills for the next one. So start thinking about that. Look at your classes. We'll go over the options of what we got.
I
Okay.
made a best friend.
We will select our stuff on the stream. Do you think? What do you think? What do you guys think?
Let's level up, and then as it comes up in the
Now I can get some spells.
Okay. We may have to do so prior to 8 if we're gonna do that.
I only get off work at 7.
Okay. We'll have to do it on stream then. It's fine. It's no big deal. So, and I think Wesley has a birthday party next week as well, so he may be late.
Sunday on
Oh, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay, never mind. Alright. Well, anyways, for those watching along and joining us and watching after, it's Kayla's birthday party thing, so maybe. I don't know.
Good night.
So, I would like to thank everyone on behalf of Involuntary Interns.
I can't
Have
wait
a
on my
fantastic night
spells.
and weekend.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching.